guys, welcome to Dungeon Select.
I'm ready. I'm just finishing up.
Ready? You're just finishing up? Alright, bud. Good to hear. Good to hear.
Hello. Sorry.
Hey guys, welcome to Dungeon Select. This is the show where we play D&D and get into all sorts of shit. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, but mostly good, right? Mostly good.
Mostly.
Listen, Koiba, the fact that we have a script doesn't mean we're not playing the game, alright? Shut up.
Well, I've not had a script for like a couple of sessions. Love it.
You know, with our 1 year anniversary coming up, I figured it's time to, you know, unbury all the dead
Bring
jokes.
back all the old jokes.
Yeah.
The real matter is having script jokes in a script.
That's meta, yeah. Fucking hell.
If I disappear at any point, it's because I'm A, waiting for food to arrive, and B, obviously, stuff.
Taking care of your mum. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Before we go anywhere, Laura, thanks for the 9 months. Appreciate it. And the tiniest siren, thanks for following while we were still in our starting up thing. Appreciate it. How's it going, guys? First of all, next week will be our 1 year anniversary of Dungeon Select. Next week we'll be doing this for a year. The session itself, we won't really pay too much mind to it because we wanna. I already discussed it with most of the people in the DS group. We want to throw together a special Dungeon Discourse stream where we all come together for like an hour or so and just talk about our year of Dungeon Select and our favorite moments, our favorite NPCs, just anything really, like just reminisce about the past year. Favorite guest character, maybe, I don't know, we'll see.
Well, we all know what's not gonna be.
You fucking nutty. Sorry.
So yeah, so that will be sometime, not next week, not in the coming week, but the week after. We'll announce it properly next DS stream. But that's something we'll be doing. Other than that, do I have any announcements? I don't think I do. Anyone else have any announcements before we want to start?
Yes, there's an announcement. Hey guys, Dutch has a GoFundMe on his page
I didn't
right
want to fucking
now.
bring it up.
You should. I figured you wouldn't.
Money.
Like, if you have enjoyed the D&D watching it as much as we have playing it, and you want Dutch to continue to have time to do things like run this campaign, that would be a huge help and weight off our shoulders. And that doesn't mean like donating, because most of us are trying to, but you can share it, you can like tweet out the link, tell your friends, lots of free actions to help.
Yeah, I've had people reach out to me that had never even heard of me to, you know, either donated or spread the word, and I was like, wow, this is wild, because I never really expected anyone to care. The support so far has been pretty fucking insane, and it's one of those things where like I hate asking for help, right? I'll be like the first person to offer help, but I fucking hate asking for it because I don't know. I don't know. It's just who I am, really. It's just like I hate being in that position where it's like I have a problem that I can't fix myself, and that hurts or something like that, you know. But yeah, like we've already raised like a third of the money that I need to get myself out of these like medical bills and debts and whatever. So it's pretty nutty. It's pretty nutty. It's wild. So thank you all for sharing, donating, and whatever else you did. You're great.
Insert rant about privatized healthcare here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There
I
you
won't go into an actual rant. I'll say
yeah.
Just
Please.
know that I want
insert Reddit thread.
I agree with 98%.
Let's just take a moment. Let's just take a moment and appreciate the fact that I'm not American, or else those bills would have been like add 2 more zeros.
Triple. Yeah, like.
So
Let's appreciate the fact that my mum was in hospital for 12 days and all it cost us was a couple of packets of crisps.
yeah, I wish that was the case over here, bud. Really do.
Also, before we carry on, I have a question.
Yes.
If I put my mic up, does it mute it? Because I thought it did.
Try?
but I wasn't sure.
Talk. It does.
You're muted, yeah.
Look at that.
Brilliant. I don't have to reach for the button if I need to, like, go get the door.
And before Gypsy fucking karate chops his fucking mic off.
Since we're talking about miserable things, but doing good for people, in about a week is the anniversary of my mum passing away.
Aww.
And last year I did a charity stream for it.
Did.
And I played through, you know, the whole To the Moon series. And I'd like to do another charity stream this year, so why not? But I have no fucking clue what I want to do for it. So if anyone has any suggestions...
Ooh, that's cool.
For Dutch's
From out.
GoFundMe.
Piss off.
No, it'll be for the same
Yeah.
cause. You know, it'll be either for like cancer research
Oh,
or
yeah,
for the
okay.
hospice that looked after
Hell
me
yeah.
and
That's
my
cool,
dad.
dude. I'll
That was good though, Laura. That's good.
I'll think about maybe some cool stuff you could do. I don't know. I've done
Yeah.
charity.
I'll have a think.
I've done like a month-long charity drive once before, which is pretty lit. So that requires me to do like think about like a lot of different things that I could do, and like incentives for like donation goals reached and shit like that. I'll have a think about it.
Things on stream that release somewhat fit in, like To the Moon and like its sequel were fitting because it's games about granting dying people's last wishes for raising money for a hospice. You know, like
Yeah.
it's so thematic. But like, I don't really want to just like go play like Apex Legends and shoot people to raise money for dying people. You know, like you just see
Yeah,
it's not.
that's fair. That's fair.
It's not
Very
fair.
fair.
I
If you
need
wanna-
I need ideas, but
Okay.
I have none because I am the least creative
If you
human
want a
on the
really,
planet.
really sad game that's not that long, that Dragon Cancer.
Oh,
That sounds
I've heard-
perfect.
I have heard that
Shit.
game emotionally, like that's to the moon level of emotional fucker.
I mean,
I-
I don't mind that because I played To the Moon on stream.
No, that's what I mean. So
Cried
you'll
my
be,
heart out.
yeah, you'll be prepared. So
Inch of hair for every don't know. My hair is precious.
Oh.
Beard dye?
Oh, dyeing your
For a
beard,
gold-
dude?
I'm
Yeah.
about to start a job. Fuck.
Literally,
I've
here,
just
don't-
got a job. I'm not
don't
dyeing
dye
it.
your
You can get a
beard.
decent color, like. you know what I
don't
mean? It
dye
doesn't
your
have to be
beard. Be
something-
like, if we raise so much money, I'll do a stream with the glitter beard. Then you just wash that shit out.
Mm.
But yeah, Sassy, DM
No,
me
you
ideas,
don't
DM
wash
me
your glitter
ideas. My
beard
DMs
out.
are open. And in case anyone's wondering just how long my hair actually fucking is,
Yeah, I can imagine you not wanting to just say goodbye to that for. Yeah. I
trust
get
me,
you.
if the day ever came where I did want to cut it,
You would
you know
donate.
full well I am doing like a donate to me to cut my hair off. You know, I would do the whole like sign a pledge, and if I fucking cut my hair off and donate that much, I would do that shit because I would make the most out of it. You know what I mean?
Hey man, and with your hair being that long, it's definitely long enough to like donate it to people that make like wigs for
Yeah,
like
yeah.
cancer patients and stuff like that. A friend of mine has done that like 4 times for the past like 4 years.
Oh, I
he
could
just like
sell it.
grows his hair out for an
I'll say
entire
before-
year,
Money
True.
for
cuts it
myself.
off, and
Like
donates it.
before I started dyeing my hair stupid colors, I donated my hair 3 times because it grows so fast
Mhm.
for wigs for cancer patients. So
Yeah, like a friend of mine has done that, like where he just grows his hair out for an entire year and then he just cuts it and gets it donated to a charity that makes wigs out of it. He's done it for like 4 years in a row now. It's pretty cool. 100% cannot wash out glitter. Well, there you go.
I mean, you can. Just it takes a lot
It's
of
gonna take
effort
weeks.
and it's multiple washes.
Yeah,
But it
they'll,
washes.
I mean,
it
and you're
costs
just
some.
gonna have glitter everywhere, though. That's the problem. Glitter never leaves.
Nope.
It's always there.
Glitters. Have you ever gone to a party and like a week later you still find like glitter everywhere and you're like, where the
Yep.
fuck did this
You
come
Say,
from?
I-
it's like when you go to the
hosted
beach,
a
you keep finding
party.
sand for weeks
Yeah.
I
on end.
hosted a party that was a glitter party. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Anyway, if that's all the announcements and stuff out of the way, I think it's time to dive into some more Dungeon Select. Episode 41, boys. It's been a hell of a year, and we're almost at our it's been. I can say that now. It's been a hell of a year because we're pretty much there. Which
Wait,
is lit.
Does that mean that next week's episode 42? It's
Yes,
an entire year.
we've only
So
skipped
only
10.
10
Yeah, that's pretty
I know,
good.
but, like
That's a
3 or 4 of those
pretty-
weeks of Christmas. Like,
Yeah, that's a pretty
Yeah.
good track record actually. 42 sessions out of the total 52 weeks. Not bad. Not bad. I thought we would have missed more, but I guess we didn't. So last
felt like
week,
more.
the party, with the help of Pricknell Sparkbolt, tracked down the some form of base of operations of the Executioners. They traveled to Port Duran. I got the hiccups, excuse me. They traveled to Port Duran and found out that through research done by Pricknell, it's very likely that there was some form of a base of operations located within the sewers under the tavern in that town. Then the party found their way to a well that seemed trapped, but gave access to the sewer system, fighting off some Umber Hulks while down there that were just kind of casually having their little home there, interrupted by a Naronk that stepped into it, and they immediately got aggro. The party eventually found something along the lines of a meeting room. In that meeting room, a round table with 6 members. 2 of which being the Bolondal family, the original family that founded this order that hunted down anything draconic and killed it. So now they were vampires, which is how they were able to keep doing the this for roughly 1,000 years. They've been doing it. And after an incredibly tough fight where we've almost had multiple casualties, the party did end up defeating them, getting rid of them for good. And now they find themselves in a room with an altar dedicated to an individual, a vampire count who was labeled the original vampire. And yeah, that's just gonna be where we pick it up. The party's brushing themselves off after their fight, still recovering. What do you guys do?
How close are we all together? Because I wasn't here. You played me for this fight. Are we clumped up tightly?
No, we're pretty like spread out. I think. There's like
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Thomas is like the table and the altar. And we're all kind of like near a table, so we're
Oh yeah, because it's not.
we're decently spread out.
I'm in the
Okay.
process of finishing off the Prayer of Healing, which we've already added.
Yep.
You've already added?
Question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When vampires die in their misform, do they revert back to their actual bodies?
Nope.
No, they
No, they don't. The dust just.
I was thinking the same thing, so I was like, no,
I was just like,
I can walk over to Abran and just say, when you're finished, I can do that too with my charm, because I think we might need more than just one round of healing.
Whatever we do, I suggest we make it quick, because those people on the outside have probably, you know, if they haven't heard a kerfuffle, they might come in soon to check on their bosses. My helmet has one more charge, so I can teleport us out of here. You just have to give me a destination.
Where do we want to go?
The
I
Valen
want to loot
Forest.
bodies.
I've unfortunately never been to the Valen Forest. It
Oh, you have
requires
to have
it
been
requires me to have been there. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, where have you been? We can just go whatever's.
I've traveled pretty much anywhere within the Expanse, Thunmagar, and Segalia.
Maybe we go get the ship if we intend to travel far.
Yes, maybe going to Kal'Zhir is a good idea.
We can do that, but might be worth checking these bodies to see if they have anything special.
Whatever you need to do, do it quick. The longer we waste
All
time we waste here, the more likely it is that we get caught.
I will start looting the bodies. It says that.
Okay.
I'll help
Start with the
Nurgle.
Goliath.
I'll
Roll.
do the other, the
Elf?
elf. Yeah, that was an
There was
elf.
there was a Goliath,
Yeah.
2 half elves, and a human.
Elves.
And the 2
I'll-
vampires
yeah,
are
I'll
gone.
do the human. I'll
Yeah.
loot the human.
Roll an investigation check.
While they're doing that, can I also cast
11.
Prayer of Healing with
Yeah.
my charm?
Sure, sure.
Cool. Let me find some d8s for everyone.
What'd you roll, Narong?
16.
You were searching the Goliath, correct?
Yes.
The Goliath wasn't wearing much clothing due to her being a barbarian, but on the little bit of clothing she did have on, you find 3 gold pieces and her greatsword. That seems, for a sword that has seen a lot of combat, still seems very fresh looking. You're not muted, Gypsy.
Weird.
That's weird.
There's a thing
But yeah, and her greatsword, which seems even after the battle you just had, still seems relatively fresh looking.
Okay, I'll grab the greatsword.
And when Prayer of Healing is done, everyone
Hello,
who is
you
within
pick it up.
30 feet of me heals for 14 hit points.
That's everybody. That's everybody.
Awesome.
Okay.
Decently strong boy.
Are you putting it in the bag of holding? You're wrong.
I was just gonna kind of sling it across my back for the moment.
Okay, fair enough.
Our next death song.
Because we're getting to a point where we might have to, you know, do
Yeah, I
a
know.
little, do
I'm
a
getting a
little,
little weight
do a
down.
little inventory on the bag of holding. Because I feel like we're pushing
If
the
we're going to
limits.
Kal'Zhir, I figure I'll just kind of hold it and hope I can make
Yeah,
it home.
well,
Alright.
we're kind of pushing the limits of a bag of holding at this point, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just a great sword pokes out the top, just like yeah.
Nicole, you were searching the human?
The human, yeah, I rolled an 11.
11. He's wearing what seems like. Where the fuck did Belle's camera go?
Oh. 1 second.
Where did Bell's camera go?
What the fuck?
I'm fixing it. I'm sorry.
Great start to the show, guys. You find he was wearing a plate mail of some sort. Doesn't seem very extraordinary. It just seems like a normal plate mail. Rifling through his pockets, you find roughly 5 gold pieces and a pretty
Come on.
a pretty mundane looking sword and shield.
Okay.
And then I'll move over to one of the half elves, I guess.
The male or the female?
The male.
Okay.
I'll move over to the female. Yeah,
Roll another
because someone else wants.
Roll another investigation check, the both of you.
12.
12.
What'd you roll?
Not wearing anything. I
6.
can't find anything.
You don't find anything that really interests you on the half elf. You however, Narong, find a minor healing potion in her belongings, and that's really all that takes your eye.
That's fine, I'll take that.
There you go. There's Belle. The corpses of the vampires, including their gear, seems to be gone up in smoke. You don't see any traces of their gear, anything they were wearing. Everything seems to be gone.
All right. To Kal'Zhir then, right?
All right. Yes. Just everybody, take a hold of me, and he kind of like extends his arms for you guys to all grab onto.
We'll grab his arm.
I grab
Yeah,
his
but,
leg because I cannot reach his arm.
I'll just put a hand on his shoulder.
And he starts muttering some arcane words, and you guys can see his helmet starts to glow, and you all suddenly feel a burst of energy as you appear.
Uh-oh.
I'm not in Kelsey.
There's always a small chance that a teleportation spell fails, so I have to roll for it just in case it happens. A few seconds of just seeing nothing but darkness and void. You appear what seems to be in the middle of the bazaar in Kal'Zhir, right in the middle of the market square. Oh, it just didn't go so bad.
So long, young buck.
Could have been a lot worse.
Right. What are your intentions here now? I've spent a lot of time, the bigger part of my adult life, tracking these executioners, and now that's over. You said you work with the archmages, correct?
Yeah, and I really need to talk to them. So I at least am gonna go find them, and you can come with me.
Yes, I'd like that because I think it's time for me to take them up on their offer.
You that I have a couple places I need to go first.
Nicole will shiftily look at Naronk, but then nod at him. Just that look of, huh. Alright.
Or just looks more nervous than shifty, to be honest. But you
Fair
know.
enough. Hey man, Nicole just thinks she's being shifty, dude. She's like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Okay.
All right. So who's going to the sanctuary to talk to the archmages?
Well, do we still remember?
we
Because
still know?
they wiped our memories. Some of us.
One of you does. One of you
One
It
remembers.
wasn't me,
says,
though, was
yeah,
it?
it's Brad.
Aberan.
I
So,
wasn't even there.
Was it
I'll
just
look at-
me, or didn't?
I
I know
think it was
Freddy that
just
also
you.
remembered.
Freddy also remembered, but Freddy is not here.
So I'll look at
But
Aberrant.
you know, you know I know. So
Yeah, because you mentioned it. Because we all forgot, and
Yeah.
we had like a chat outside the door.
Yeah, but like,
I'll just look at Aberrant sheepishly and be like, I kind of need you to lead the way. There was that incident, and I don't remember. I know they're here. I just don't remember where.
Yeah, that's. I'll take you there.
Who's tagging along with Aberan and Shrimp?
And Pricknell.
I
Oh,
am,
Pricknell.
but
Sure,
very much
why
like
not?
behind Pricknell, so he's kind of just in front
Hiding.
of me. Not hiding, because I'm definitely bigger than but
You are.
just yeah. It's my shield.
Not necessarily bigger in
can't-
like height, but you're definitely broader
Yes, I
than
said, like-
him.
I can't believe we left Young Buck behind.
Yeah, it sounds
Trap-
like.
If only you could summon him.
Yeah, someone you can summon him back.
I don't have spells. That's there
Data.
for a whole day.
Aww.
All day.
What time of day is it, by the way?
It's around midday.
It's kind of important for what I want to do. So.
We're not napping, boy.
No, because you left relatively early in the morning and teleports instant, so.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go to the sanctuary with the others.
Okay. Alright. So pretty much everybody besides Naronk is going to the sanctuary. Got it. Naronk, we'll start with you then. What, as your rest of your friends go towards the sanctuary.
I want to go to Ron's.
Okay.
Make my way over there.
Alright. As you're at the bazaar, so it's literally around the corner for you, and you're there. You see a small group gathered outside of Haran's hideaway, and you can see some of the salespeople trying to get as many people inside as possible. Once you kind of push your way in, you can see the store is packed to the brim with people. There seems to be some form of there's a lot more shop workers around as well, and you can just hear shouting to and from. And you can see some posters on the wall advertising a new collection that Haran has collected over the past few years that he's finally ready to sell. So there's a lot of people in there checking out what this new collection is and trying to snag it before anyone else does.
Does the poster say what the collection is?
Nope. It just says Haran's new first new collection in 5 years. So it's a pretty big deal, it seems.
Okay. Do I see Haran around at all?
Make a perception check.
Would be better. 15.
You look around and you know where his office is, and you can see movement in his office. You can see two individuals in his office. Someone wearing a turban, very fancy robes, that has his back turned towards the window. But you figure that it's probably Haran, because you've not seen anyone else dressed the way he does.
Alright, I'll try and make my way over to his office and just politely wait outside.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of just like push your way through, kind of like try and squeeze in between the mass amounts of people, walk up the little staircase. As you're there, you hear some muffled voices through the door. Do you just wait there?
Yeah, I'll just wait. I don't want to interrupt anything.
Okay. You wait a few minutes, and the door opens, and out of the office steps what seems to be a pink skin-colored tiefling, wearing horns kind of curled, with some like jewelry hanging from the horns, a lot of rings, wearing a nice, very fancy-looking dress of some sorts, and she leaves the office, kind of like gives Haran a little bow, very curtsy. And Haran then turns to you. Norank. It's been a while since we've last met. How have you been?
Been alright. You know, had a few interesting run-ins, but nothing we couldn't handle.
Alright. What can I do for you?
So I've got a few items that I think you might be interested in. Obviously, we come across some interesting things out there. And then I was also kind of curious about this new collection I'm seeing advertised.
Isn't everybody? Come into my office. We'll have a little talk.
All right, I'll follow him in.
So he motions you to go first, and he closes the door behind you. Right. This new collection of mine has just been for my shop of curiosities, as you can call it, I guess. It requires me to do a lot of traveling to a lot of different planes to pick up the items that I sell here. It's a little bit of everything, all kinds of magical artifacts, art pieces, whatever you can think of, that I've been gathering for the past 5 years, and this is the first time I've added a new collection to the shop since 5 years ago. So there's a lot of people interested, it seems. So that's good.
Absolutely. I've got a few pieces here. I'm not quite sure they're worth, as I'm not really into most of this stuff. But I'm gonna pull out those busts and
All right.
tapestries that we found.
Okay. These there are 3 of each, right?
Yes.
These I've seen prints like these before. The tapestries seem to be a part of a bigger whole. I think I have some other parts of that same big art piece. I think I would be interested in purchasing those. Those busts, I'm not sure. I have a lot of like busts like that are typically decoration for houses or whatever, and my own home I've already got plenty of art to display, and the busts don't look very exceptional. So unless you're willing to part with them for a little less money than a curator would say they are worth, then maybe we could do business.
I'll hold on to the busts then, but I'm very willing to let go of the tapestries.
All right, those tapestries. What did you have in mind for the price? Alexa, no.
Here's your news
Alexa, shut up!
from BBC News.
Oh my
That's
god.
What the fuck, dude?
Alexa,
Oh,
stop
babe.
leaking the script.
Alexa,
Okay.
please
Damn.
do the shout.
Anyway, from BBC News, yeah, what the fuck?
Would I
Anyway.
have any clue what tapestries are really worth?
No.
Fuck knows. Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. I mean, you'd probably be able to better tell me. Not really used to this.
If I start collecting these, because I've already got like 2 or 3 of those that are kind of the same image. Once I have the entire collection together, I could sell it to a collector for a pretty penny. I can give you 200 gold pieces for each of the tapestries, so that'd be 600 gold each.
All right, sounds
Or
fair
600
enough
gold
to me.
total, sorry. English is hard.
That sounds fine to me, and I'll hand him the tapestries.
Alright, so you they're pretty big, like they're rolled up, but they're pretty like,
Yeah.
he puts them aside. Alright, so that's 600 gold. You said you were interested in purchasing, perhaps? So I'll hold on to the 600 gold for now, and we'll just, redact that from a price of something you're interested in, perhaps.
Soko has a call on the other
Sorry,
line.
I was talking
Yeah.
to my mom.
Okay. So I owe
yeah,
you 600 gold. We'll see if you're willing to buy something, maybe. We'll just knock that off the price or something.
All right.
Have a little
yeah,
look
it just
around.
depends on what you have in the collection. Sounds pretty interesting to get as many people.
Some new items that I've accumulated. I still have a little list of it here, and he kind of grabs some paperwork. You like to be sneaky, yes? I've heard Kaseren talk about you. Not always with the most high regard, but you know how she can be.
That I do, and I do like to be sneaky time to time.
Okay. I do have a cloak that, in addition to making you extra sneaky, you can also spend charges from the enchanted runes embroidered within the cloak to have a very quick reaction that allows you to say an enemy hits you with an attack to take less damage than the wound would typically deal to you.
How much would this cloak set me back?
13,000 gold pieces.
As much as I'd love to have something like that, at the moment, it's a little out of the price range.
Fair enough.
Anything else? Anybody else that we travel with might be interested in?
Another metal arm.
Scrolls down the list of magic items he has for sale.
Metalhead. Further with a brain.
Let's think. I have a lantern. It's called the Wisplight Lantern. It's a actual wisp captured in the lantern, which obviously does things that a lantern does, so it lights up places and all that. But you can also use it to a set amount of times per day to have the lantern touch if you come across a corpse of somebody or something, and the corpse will emit a blue light, and the blue light will reenact the last 6 seconds of its life. So if you're trying to figure out how something died or something that might be useful, you'll basically be able to see how someone or something got killed.
What's the price tag on that one?
3,200 gold pieces, but knocking it off the 600 that I already owe you, that would be 2,400. 2,600, I can do math. You could also, alternatively, expend a charge while holding the lantern aloft, speaking the command word that you set once you own the lantern. If there are any undead creatures within 60 feet of you that are not behind total cover, the lantern's light flashes a foreboding red color instead of blue, so you'll know that there's undead creatures nearby. So it has multiple uses, and you and your friends seem like the type of people that could find a use for this item on your travels.
Absolutely. Might not buy it now, but I might come back for that one.
All right.
Discuss it with my friends.
All right.
Yeah, that one's very intriguing.
Let me think. If there's something else that you might be interested in.
Any metal limbs? I know Tanis loves her one.
No. She bought the only metal limb that I had. And I think it might be for the better if I hear the things she's done to herself. Actually use it. That wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Just what kind of item would you be looking for? But I think it might be better if you give me a little bit of a direction of what I can think.
Honestly, it's more of just like a browse right now. Like, I'm not looking for anything specific personally, but we may be back. I don't know if anyone else in the party might be, per se. You and your friends, right? You are a well-traveled bunch. You travel a lot, have to walk a lot, I assume. Mm-hmm.
Would you be interested in perhaps an item that is enchanted in such a way where it could carry some of your friends and have them fly on it instead?
That does sound quite intriguing.
All right. Let me quickly look up the specifics of it. Yeah, this item would have roughly a 600-pound capacity. So do the math. Typically, would carry about 3 members of your party, maybe 4 if they're small. And it is a little pricey, but since it's something the entire group gets a use out of, you could all put a little money together for it, perhaps.
All right. What's the price?
10,000 gold pieces.
I mean, I'll have to have a talk with the others, but I think there's at least a few of them that'll probably be interested in something like that.
Alright, well, I'll be open all day. Just, the longer you wait, bigger chance there is that someone else already bought it. As you can see, we are very busy today, so don't wait too long.
Sounds good. If you want to hold on that 600 gold at least until we come back, that'll be fine.
Yeah, sure
That way
thing.
you don't have to go to the hassle of it.
All right.
Thanks so much. Really do appreciate you helping us out.
My pleasure. Good to see that you and your friends are still all right.
Thank you. And I'll go to leave.
Okay. While this is all
Have so
going
many
on,
retroactive wishes I could have done out of game as Kisaren right now.
while this is all going on, you all travel to the sanctuary. Abran, you guide them there relatively easily, and you get to that gate at the front yard of this building. What do you do?
I'm going to open the gate.
Okay, you open the gate, you step through, and the illusion. You step through the barrier of the illusion, as it were, and you can see now the well with the pathway down. The house being not as broken and destroyed as it may look.
Are you coming, guys?
Yeah, I'm fine following behind you.
I'll
Yeah, same.
wait for Perkno to go in and I'll follow behind him.
Cousin
Oh,
as a
okay,
human shield.
yes.
Wow.
I mean,
Dragonborn shield. Get it right.
Humanoid
All right.
shield.
Didn't expect, and he's kind of talking as he steps in. Didn't expect the archmages to work out of dilapidated. Oh, as he kind of steps through the illusion and now sees.
As we're walking down the stairs, I want to turn into cool and go, if you're worried about how they'll react, I could turn you into something else for now. Like I could make you like a bunny, and you could sit on my shoulder, and we could just say you're like a pet, and then you don't have to talk to them.
I'm alright. I'm not worried at all. I don't know what would ever give you that illusion. And you just see, he's just like, like, yeah, he's little, like, ooh. No, it's
like,
fine. I've got. Yeah, it's like, ugh, I don't. It's fine. Thank you, though, but I'll be. So I'm going to the back because, friendly faces first, big smiles.
Okay.
Can you turn him into a pseudo dragon?
Did you
I
piss
don't-
him off last time you were here or something?
That's a bit of an understatement, to be honest.
Well, I mean, he had help. It wasn't just Nicole, but
Nicole didn't
Right.
act alone,
Mm-hmm.
but he was one of a few that got us not thrown out.
I have a sneaking suspicion that's why the other one decided not to come.
Probably.
Absolutely not.
Temporarily suspended would be a better term.
Ah,
we got grounded.
Thrown out on
Yes,
that ass sounds more.
So, cousin mine, you can put in a good word for us. I'll grab his shoulders and kind of do like a background, like so.
hells no. This is all you.
I think, firstly, I would expect the Archmages to see through any illusions. And secondly,
That's
it might be
true.
beneficial for Nicole to deal with the ramifications of this, both for him and for this relationship we have with these people.
Yeah.
Right, big guy. You first.
He just like looks. No, walk up to the door and kind of hesitantly do that thing where it's like too many knocks. It's just that kind of like, just like.
Door
Just really
opens
quick.
and you can see in front of you Archmage Tiburon.
Alright.
He does not look happy.
Hey, bud.
You can see his face kind of go from a smile to a very like emotionless. Right, knew this day would come sooner or later. Come in.
I kind of look back at the group and that face is like, better than I thought, which, and then, well, hesitantly walk in.
Well, at least it didn't kill you.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Thanks, Mom.
Right, all of you, just take a seat here, and he points at one of the tables that are typically used for breakfast and the sorts. I know why you're here. and I'll help. Not because I want to, but because this is my mission as much as it is yours now. Do I forgive the few of you for what happened? No. But will I set those emotions aside until we reach this goal? Yes. I apologize to those of you who I wrongfully took my anger out on last time you were here. There's really only two culprits in this scenario, one of which apparently didn't have the nuts to show up.
As there's this awkward silence, I can go. He did leave a peace offering actually to give to you to say he's sorry, and I get out my green, the magic paint, and say, he thought you might have some use of this. We have a few, so we could spare one.
Quinn is just totally like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like,
yeah, like he's not. Tiburon has not looked at you once and this far, Quinn. He's really like going for like, okay, one thing at a time type of thing. He takes the jar of pigment from you. This is a very powerful object. You say you have multiple of these?
Yes, and he knows what he did was really wrong, so he should give you something really special to say he's sorry. So that was the thought.
Roll a deception check.
Go on, natural
Try.
20 this right now.
Come on, here we go. What's deception? It's
Shit,
charisma,
try.
isn't it? Fucking hell, dude. Okay. It rolled behind my thing. That's
Honestly-
cocked. Fuck. Come on.
In fact, I'll wait
Nope.
till.
Nope, that's a 2.
I thought you were going to give a
Oh,
deception
no.
because he knows Narong's character.
That's what I
It
did.
was-
I
it was
gave her deception.
Yeah, it was deception.
Sorry, disadvantage.
Oh.
I
No, but yeah,
can't-
that's a 2. I rolled a 3 minus 1.
I can't English.
He looks at you. I see what you're trying. Don't. He takes the pigment.
Sorry.
I'll take this though. There's a lot of things that us mages can do with this to aid our cause. If you have more of these, do watch out. There's a lot of people out there who would kill to possess this, because mainly for thieves, for instance, this would mean that they could enter any residence, no matter how secured. So try not to use this out in the open too much.
Oh, well, then even more reason for you to have it. I don't want it. Mm-mm.
Oh no. I drew that dick in public. Oh.
I just look at Octanus with wide eyes like, why would you say that right now? Like,
He kind of looks at Octanus and just kind of just shrugs. Right. Before we do anything, see you've brought yet another new one to our sanctuary. Care to explain?
We should have asked first. I'm so sorry. That was our mistake. We're sorry.
I'll vouch for him.
It's quite
Please.
alright. If I don't like him, I can just easily modify his memory and he'll be on his way, so I'm not too worried.
No, Tibber, you'd never do something like that.
And he's been really
I've also
helpful
never
so
been
far.
drugged and beaten up by people that I work with before, so people change, Abran.
He's been very helpful
Okay.
so far, though.
I suppose I
Quinn.
deserve that for the sarcasm. I want you to know that I have no hard feelings over what was done. We came in as a group, and while we are individuals, we are also responsible for one another.
Quite. So, new one. What's your name?
My name's Quinn, and I have no idea what's going on right now. I'm just here to kill bad guys.
Good. You're in. You can tell from Tiburon's face that he's just done with everyone's shit. He just wants to get this task at hand done and over with, no matter what the cost. He is done with you as a group, specifically done with a few of you, and just not in the mood to play pretend like, oh, everything is jolly when it's not. You seem to have the voucher of this group, so it's their responsibility. If you end up killing us all, then it's on them. We'll fill you in with. I'm sure the group has filled you in with the thing that they're doing, the people they're after.
Yes.
We kind of did for a
Yeah.
bit. We did.
Pretty
We
much.
got a good like 60%.
I mean-
We've told the important bits.
And he helped us get one of the mask guys. We got one while we were
Oh,
gone.
yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah,
you
we
knew.
did.
Did you know?
Yeah.
I did send a
He-
letter.
He was a liar and he tried to be our friend, but we got it.
I've not opened your letter yet, Nicole. I saw your name on it, and I wasn't really in the mood to open it. And
That's fair
Makes
enough,
sense.
but pretty much just highlights what we were doing, just in case you
Right.
wanted.
well, that makes 4 then, correct?
I think
I
so.
look at the rest of the group because I have no clue.
Yeah, we've had
Oh, yeah.
Matrim, who it's not really working for them anymore. This new individual that you got, we have Uleth, and the lizard folk you eliminated way in the beginning. So yeah, that's 4. So then, your 5th one will be the one in Trim's Forest. I think we've waited with that issue long enough. What I suggest you do is you find some rest in town. You look a little worse for wear. We'll meet tomorrow and discuss a plan. Your airship came, by the way, which is interesting because we do not have an airship dock in the city. So they've made a makeshift dock near the south wall, close to where, on the outside of the wall, your keep is being built. The crew that was navigating it and the passengers that were on it are all staying at the Hog's Belly. That ship might come in handy for what's to come, so keep that crew around.
Yeah, that's what we thought. It's a good idea. Steal it.
And if you want to go take a look at your guild
for
hall-
bringing it?
Yes, Kasiran was waiting for them at the wall where they docked it to. So that's all been taken care of. Yeah, keep them around because they might come in handy. We've also taken the liberty of making some modifications. Well, it's been here, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. If you want, you can go and look at, your guild hall is being built. It's making some pretty good progress. It's, I'd say the shell, so all the outer walls, the roof, and all that is pretty much finished. So once that's done, we'll start working on the insides and the garden and whatnot. So all in all, I'd say they're making good progress on that. With all the magic and extra hands assigned by the Empress to help out, I suspect another month or so would be enough for it to at least be livable. There might be people still working on it.
Empress?
Yes.
You guys know the Empress? I just look around like wide-eyed and so confused.
Yes, they
Yeah.
do. She's the one that I'm pretty sure saved the life of the one of you that's not here right now, and she's the one that ordered the guild hall to be built as a reward for your bravery. So, but like I said, in like a month or so, most of the guild hall will be finished. There might still be people around working on it, but it will be livable. So yeah, keep that in mind. For now, he now looks at Pricknell. I think you and I should have a talk. It's been a while, Pricknell. He nods. You all take the day and meet me tomorrow. Nicole, like to have a word with you and Naronk alone at some point tomorrow as well. Let him know, please.
Will do.
Right, so off you go. And Pricknell stays behind, and they dive into Tiburon's office. And you seem to have the day for yourselves to kind of recover and all that from some pretty intense days of battle and treachery and adventuring.
Do you think it's too late for us to ask for an air dock as well on the guild hall? Is that pushing it?
I mean, they're usually pretty big. I think maybe like a flat roof to dock on, maybe. You know, like not just like.
I think the roof's been built.
Well, we could
don't know,
go
let's
to
go
the.
see.
We could just go and ask.
Well, go find out. I kind of want to see it for myself, to be honest.
Is this something that we'd attend the site for? Would we not need to see the Empress?
No, it's our fucking guild. We can just walk
It's
on
all
up.
it's all our gold to us. Like, you know, it belongs to us. We can do whatever we want with it.
Yes, but
But
making
nothing. That's
modifications
the
that
truth.
cost
That's what we
more.
did.
I mean, like, probably should maybe talk to the Empress about it, but like,
It's our house, so I don't really see any real reason to accept. I don't know.
Yes, but if someone's halfway through making you something, and then you suddenly ask them to change things that are much more expensive and time-consuming, there's a right way and a wrong way.
Yeah, and the right way is to ask them.
Why don't we see if there's a foreman of some kind at the site?
let's just go check it out. Let's just...
I mean,
No,
yeah, I'll go towards the guild hall.
I'll leave the sanctuary.
Okay.
Question,
Naronk,
DM.
you didn't remember where the sanctuary was, did you?
No. So I have a different thing I was gonna do anyways, because you know. I want to ask a question. How long has it been since Rix sent the 2 Dragonborn
Oh
to
fuck
the
yeah!
tavern?
2 to 3 days.
So they wouldn't be at Daramoth yet, following our old flight schedule. They'd be like a day out or so.
Yeah, give or take.
Okay, I want to go to the Messenger Tower immediately then.
Okay.
I'm gonna say to the group, you guys seem to have some personal stuff to do in this town, and I've had a rough day. I'm gonna go drink.
I would recommend the Hog's Belly. We'll probably come find you there later if you'd like.
Then I will see you there later, and I'll head to the Hog's Belly.
Okay. Naronk, you go to the Messenger Tower. You're greeted by an elderly gnome, kind of like very, he's looking old.
I love this little guy.
He's looking old, very old. A very like a stubby nose and like his lower jaw kind of like sticking out a lot, like very very pointy, and his upper jaw kind of just kind of like resting on it. Wearing a hood. Come to send a letter.
Yeah, I need the priority mail.
Right. What for?
I have to send a letter to the Emperor.
Right.
I will look for. Is there any parchment around?
There's a table with some parchment set up and writing equipment.
I will go ahead and write a quick little letter, basically saying, or detailing hey, we found this cultist guy, you know, we found this cultist named Thoran, and he sent 2 Black Dragonborn to the... Fuck, what's the tavern called?
I don't know, man. What is the tavern called?
I have it written somewhere. Hold up. Why am I so disorganized? I don't know where I have this. I gotta look for files now. Fuck off, Cortana. Sorry.
Cortana's the new Alexa.
Yeah, she is.
Doing it ever since this new Windows update, and it's pissing me off.
You can turn it off.
Can I really? Okay.
Yeah, it's in settings.
Okay, maybe I don't have it in my notes. Why? The tavern with many amazing alcoholic beverages. Isn't it like... Too many taverns at this point.
I mean,
if it's the one with all the crazy beverages, like that one was
Well,
like
it's
world
not the
famous,
one-
you could just.
No, not the famous one.
Oh,
it was,
okay.
no.
It's the other one, but the other one's it's the one like in downtown Daramoth. I guess downtown. Is that like a thing?
Kind of.
Downtown.
Pretty sure it was the Heart of the Empire or something
The
like
Heart
that.
of the Empire. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he said to talk to the barkeep. Yeah. Then I'll say they're supposed to talk to the barkeep. They're coming off an airship from up north. We need to get these to safety, as I don't trust that barkeep. Might be worth looking into his connections to potentially into the cult.
Okay, so you
Signed,
write
no
the
wrong.
letter.
Heroes of Exile.
Yeah, this elderly gnome walks towards you. No, but really, who's she letter for?
The Empress.
He looks at you. You're serious.
Dead serious.
Make a persuasion check.
What these, dude? I don't think I have any bonus for this shit.
Oh wow, this is fucking terrible.
Oh, I don't. Well, that's fucking terrible. 3?
Oh, it beats my 2, so. Right. Okay. He kind of like snags a letter out of your hands, walks up to one of the cages with a raven in it, ties it to the raven's leg, throws it up in the air, and the raven just poof. Anything else?
I think that's it. But thank
Okay.
you. Appreciate that.
Bye.
And I will leave. Somewhat nervous.
All right. Where do you go after you leave the tower?
That's a good question. Where do I go? I'm gonna say into my wrist. Where are y'all at?
If anyone around me hears, I jump a bit. I'm like, oh, that gets me every time.
We're currently on our way to the construction site for the guild hall. We wanted to make some inquiries. I believe Quinn has gone to the Hog's Belly.
All right. Well, I guess I'll meet you at the guild hall then. I'll head to where they said they were gonna put it.
Okay. What's that shaking sound?
It's a gerbil hamster like
Oh,
scratching.
fuck. Jesus Christ. Sounds like a fucking rattlesnake,
Oh,
dude.
what? Yeah, no.
It's a
Fucking
message
hell.
from the
Sorry, guys.
I thought it was in the music for a second, and I was like, wait, no, that's not in this track. What are you talking? What is happening?
Gerbil's being a dick.
Right. So, the majority of you travel down south to the southern entrance of the city, and from there you can already see in the distance your hall is not being built like right against the city wall. It's outside of the city a little bit, and you can see a little road is being like is made that leads towards it. You can see above you the airship kind of docked against the city wall for now, with some people kind of like some city guard kind of guarding it for now. You walk down this little makeshift path towards your guild hall, where you see a relatively big portion of the outer walls is already finished. This beautiful sandstone color stone material, a very large roof with a lot of detailing and carvings in the individual panels. You can see a gate, a fence, a tall fence with a gate already like being in place, kind of like just encompassing the entire area, so that the entirety that will be your personal space, personal private area from the point that it's fixed. I keep having the hiccups. You can see a large group of people are working on this, not just normal laborers, but also mages kind of assisting, lifting heavy objects with spells and whatnot. You can see a lot of large purplish hands picking up large pieces of stone or roof and just flying up towards the roof and placing it down. And you can see one guy, a half elf, it seems. He's looking human, but his ears are kind of a little pointy. Wiping some sweat off his forehead, reading off of a little like a wooden clipboard with a bunch of directions on it, kind of just shouting orders around. Narank, you arrive a little later than the rest because you were further away, but I'll let you know once you arrive.
Okay.
So what do you guys do?
Stare up in awe and just go, it's so big. My general reaction to everything.
Fair.
Yeah, it's looking good.
I go, do you think you guys are gonna do any, like, put a garden somewhere or like some landscaping? I mean, I know it's a desert, but like maybe you could do something.
To be honest, we've not already thought about it like at all. But that's a fucking great point. We probably should hire people as well to like look after it. Only guild was a bit harder than I thought it was gonna be, to be honest.
Well, just because, like, I mean, we're going back to the forest eventually, and something that like almost every druid there knows how to do, because there's trees kind of everywhere, is they can do the spell where they can use the trees like to travel. So that way you could have like an easy way for druids to visit you guys if you had a tree. But it's the desert, so that might be hard.
The foreman kind of looks at you, like notices you coming closer as you're discussing this. You right?
All right.
You're them, right? You know, Heroes of Exile and whatnot.
Yes, we are.
As they say that,
That'd be the one.
I step to the side of them, so there's like some space between me and them when they say
all of
that.
us here are the Heroes of Exile, yeah.
Right. Awesome. Heard all about you, and when I got contracted the to be the foreman of this project, I very happy. Although what letter from the Empress that was like will inform you about things to add, which is really why I've only been able to do the outer shell of the place. Like the actual inside is still hollow because we've no idea what kind of rooms you guys want, what you want added. So if you have any suggestions of things you want, like a
tree.
Can you build like a place to land an airship?
Yeah, that would be really cool. If you could do that
yeah,
for
with
us.
the arrival of that airship and us being told that was yours, we kind of already started redrawing some parts of the roof to attach a little, little dock. So that's been worked on. I was more thinking of, practical stuff. Like you seem to
Trees
like.
are practical.
Yeah,
Not talking about the trees. Hold on. you know, you look like you're, you know, pretty big. You like to, you know, I don't know, spar around a bit, like a sparring room, training room, maybe. We know the basics, like a dining room, kitchen, enough sleeping areas, maybe.
Like a library area would be pretty cool, like a research
Library,
lab.
all right. And he starts writing all of this down, which I will as well.
Sparring room would
Smile.
be cool.
Hold on.
What?
Mm-hmm. Just yeah, just give me anything. I'll write down tree, big tree. It's written
Big tree.
here.
Well, or
That's
it
It's
doesn't
written here.
have
There
to
it is.
be. Even though the tree, it's just an area for the tree, because I can always bring a tree back.
Sure,
No,
like,
it's gotta be a
From
big
like
fucking
a
tree.
sapling, and
No,
we
no,
can
it's
put
gotta
away,
be-
and then I can make it pretty.
I mean,
We need a big
we could get like a
fuck off
little garden or something set up. You seem to really be adamant on the
Like
tree.
a botanical garden or like.
Do you want the garden
nice-
to be inside or outside? Because inside we could make like a little
Yes. Wow,
I know.
mainly an outside one would be like nice, like a nice area just outside that like we can walk around. You know, like a nice little.
Like a little inside courtyard.
No,
yeah, for
outside.
instance, or just you know,
Right
there's this technique going around in the kingdoms to the east where they've got these glass buildings, right? And they have plants in there because of the sunlight. It's extra strong through the glass, and they grow bigger and better or something like that. We could,
That
you know.
sounds amazing.
Yeah, get one of those too. That sounds sick.
But the tree,
going to
the
have
tree
a-
should be outside, because the tree, it could grow too tall for the glass and it could break it. So you
Right.
definitely want to put
Well,
that
could have-
outside.
Any of
Could have-
you religious folk, would you want some room to kind of dedicate it to your deities so you
mean,
could pray
No.
or
Can we have
whatever?
this like, maybe like a general prayer area, and then
I
like
think that would be
okay,
more appropriate.
just like we
Alright.
full follow a couple of deities here, so like we're not
But
all.
when he says that, I kind of like tap on him and like gesture like if he could lean down so I could whisper.
He
to
kind
the
of leans
foreman.
down, right? What's
I don't want a whole space for it, but maybe if you could just put like a small, like a little outdoor sort of near the tree to Melora, maybe that's probably I think that'd be really nice.
Right, we could maybe, if we're doing this whole like outside garden thing, make a little private little altar of some sorts to the Wild Mother for you. That'd be we could do that. All right.
Oh, and then I have a minute to back. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I'm saying a lot of ideas. I don't even live here. I'm sorry. I
mean,
got
you might
excited.
do. I mean,
You're
I
part
mean,
of this too now, so
you're,
it's
part,
fine.
you're in
Yeah.
now, so this.
Yeah.
You know, if you want a nice little space there, you
Right.
can have a little
So so far I've got a sparring room, a library, a big fuck off tree, a little outside garden with an altar to Melora. We've got a greenhouse, and we've got like a general chapel type thing. Anything else that springs to mind? We're also thinking of it's because it's technically not part of the actual city. Have a little like a wider outer wall with some smaller towers on it, for you to hire potentially soldiers to kind of stand on the walls and stand on guard and
that's,
stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, you might wanna. If there's materials you can build things out of that are like just very resistant to things, maybe like fire, just because they tend. There's just a lot of weird things that happen with people. I mean, her arm can make fire. Point Dr. Honest. They have a friend who also used someone that was very fiery, and like people seem to get mad at us a lot. Like just make it very sturdy, you know.
Fireproof and sturdy. Got it. All right.
Just because my
Are
house
you
is
the
not
types?
fireproof.
Listen, I know the type of work you do, right? You're heroes. But occasionally you might find people that you'd rather talk to than kill. Would you want a little basement area dedicated to be some form of prison for you to potentially, off the books, of course, because I'm pretty sure the
Yeah, that
city guards
sounds really useful.
wouldn't,
No.
allow this.
No.
Thank you.
no.
What?
But a nice
that's really
meeting
useful.
room would be good.
Actanis,
Like,
when have you ever left anyone?
Listen, I
With the
could keep
ability
people
to be
alive if we had a cell to hold them in,
No, that's
and the torture room.
I
Just-
think beyond
we're
the
not having a
bound.
torture room. We're not being those guys.
is so
we have
boring.
within the
Wasn't
city.
talking about a torture room. I was talking about just
God.
a bedroom for people that have been bad.
I've just thought
No, we're
of
right.
a totally I've been trolling in chat, but I've just thought of a totally legit suggestion that I can't say because I'm not there, and I'm so mad.
Do you
Should
don't
it
have a
be
bracelet
alcoholic?
either, right? Yeah, you don't have a
Nope.
bracelet.
No, I don't.
'Cause I don't either. We're lack of bracelet buddies.
I will then be like, well, I mean, like a bathhouse type area would be pretty fucking badass in the basement. Like have like this little like spa kind of like.
Ooh.
You want a spa and not
I'll
a
see what
sauna?
I can
Not
do.
really
That's a
good.
tricky one, but I'll.
I mean,
I'll-
like you don't have to, because like just go.
I mean, it's on the you
nearby,
might as
but-
well. You know, like we still have to, you know, like fill everything in. So it's fine, really. So anything else? Because this is your last chance to offer suggestions. Any of you guys, you know, crafty, like to make things? You want to make a workshop or something? I don't know.
I would actually
I mean,
appreciate
I
that.
would
Sorry.
Somewhere
Yeah,
for
no,
Narong to craft his things that explode is actually
Make
probably
that
a good idea.
very either far away or like deep underground, like
Yeah, somewhere
Nice.
where no one's gonna get hurt if he blows stuff up like
away
himself.
from the foundations, like.
Yes.
Right. Right. If that's it, then we'll get to it because we've pretty much finished like the outer shell, and now we're just trying to figure out where we place the walls, dig out the actual basement area with the help of our sorcerer friends, and all in all, like a month or so from now, you'll definitely be able to live there. We'll have all the necessities built. We'll just be working on the minor stuff on the side, like the walls, for instance, and stuff like that. We'll do that last. So, yeah.
Do you know how many bedrooms it's going to be total?
We've got told 10.
10.
So
Okay.
that, there's one for each of you, and then spare bedrooms if there's guests over or something.
That's fine. I would appreciate an armory of some kind.
Alright. Right.
Maybe some display cases in the library.
Alright, yeah, we can, do that. Yeah, I think that'll about do.
Wine
Does it?
cellar.
Wine cellar? Alright, fair enough.
I can make
Am I there at this point?
big.
Oh yeah, at this point you can see the group kind of like discussing and talking to them, and you kind of walk up.
All right, Narong.
How's it going?
Alright,
Alright, we want in the house.
you're one of them, right? We're kind of going to I'm the one in charge of the building of this hall of yours. We're just discussing. This is going to be a last chance to give me instructions of types of rooms you'd want. So far we've got a sparring room, a library, a big tree, a little outside garden with a pedestal, like a general chapel on the inside, a little greenhouse. We got a bunch of bedrooms. Now the wall, some type of bathroom type thing, like a proper bathhouse type situation. They mentioned a workshop because you like to blow stuff up. An air dock for your ship, and an armory and a wine cellar. Anything else you wanna?
So with that workshop, I was wondering if a person in my room could be like right above it, and I have like my own personal staircase into it, besides like the actual door. Like if we put it underground, 'cause it's probably better
that will
shops
require your bedroom to be on the ground floor, whereas the rest of the bedrooms will be upstairs. But yeah, it can be done. Sure.
That's fine. I don't
Alright.
mind that.
All right.
Well,
And then if I could get a little, say 3 foot by 3 foot safe built into the wall down in the workshop, that'd be fantastic.
All right. 3 foot by 3 foot. You said.
Yes, sir.
Safe in the workshop.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, and as little carpets as possible, the better.
Why?
Well, because carpets get really hard to clean when you have animals around.
There's already too many animals on the inside of the house.
Well, I mean, we have
Why
twins,
not?
so
None of
she
you.
can change into anything.
I mean, you should really hire a cleaning lady to be the one
got-
tasked with
we
that.
should probably-
But,
We should
you know.
probably put some job postings out at some point, guys, on like a notice board somewhere.
Yeah, it might
Oh,
be
yeah,
wise because you're
just
gonna
think we built.
you're gonna want
Yeah, we
people
have
to. You travel a lot, right? So you're gonna want people to take care of your shit while you're gone. So yeah, that might
we
be
have
a
a few
smart one.
people who can take care of that while we're gone to, hire
Yeah, we
people.
you kind of look like them. We've had two tieflings visit us yesterday, asking around. We didn't really give them too much information, but they asked about a Noctanus No, Sir Rufus, and I didn't really know shit about shit, but you
That's
kind of
me.
look like
That's me,
him,
that's
Sam. They're
That's cool.
they're in the Hog's Belly at the moment. That's their stay. So, but yeah, they were already discussing ways of, cleaning around and stuff. So if you've got 2 employees right there, it's just a matter of finding the rest.
I didn't hear any jail cells mentioned on there.
The rest of them decided that
We're not
wasn't a good
having
idea.
cell cells.
He also agrees it's a good idea, you know? It's
It's not
a good idea.
Who
At
the
worst,
fuck are we?
at worst, they don't, or at best, they don't get used, right?
Yeah.
But it's always good to have just a couple laying
Why
around.
would you not?
I
You just
mean,
have a
like,
You
couple
never
people
know.
that we
Like, what if
can
someone
use
tries to
them
break
to
in?
clean
I don't
them.
want to send to a regular jail. That's a
No.
horrible place.
But
They kind
if
of
they
suck.
break
But-
in,
but
we
is
just tell them
that-
to go away, or we use our other tactic of what we do with people.
Also, are we legally
Well, they don't ever
allowed to
move
hold
again.
At least we need an
people?
interrogation room.
I mean, as long as they
Yeah.
break into your property or they've wronged you, you know. Don't you guys work with the Empress? I'm
Empress,
sure you
yeah.
have some leeway, right?
We do.
Diplomatic immunity.
And again, I don't want to, I think, personally, I think like have a little prison area downstairs would be badass, but what do I know?
Yeah, it's a good
I-
idea.
Add in 2 prison cells and an interrogation room.
No.
Not an interrogation. Maybe like one
Just
cell.
like with like a table
Not
in
underground,
there.
but make it like,
No,
a
like
separate-
two cells, and then there's like a room with like a table and some chairs and like maybe some manacles, right?
No,
Something
just I think like
Maybe
a
some
room
knives.
that we can use for
He kind of looks at like the
conference
rest of you who are very heavy naysayers. Alright, before I write this down, I don't want half of my contractors of sorts to be happy with me and half of them pissed off. So if you could get to like a unanimous thing before I,
Right.
know,
Not,
answer is yes.
not a cell, but we could have a room that we use for like meetings, but also like is a bit bare bones that we can put people in.
a
See, but
bedroom,
like,
Lot-
mass company
lot
and
heavy.
stuff
a
like that.
bedroom
That's
We
with
take
heavy
them-
iron doors and iron bars in front of the window because you don't want big animals to fly in.
Exactly, something like that, but like make it.
Why
at
is
least
there a window if
tiny
it's in the
partition.
basement?
Yeah,
It's a
Well,
good
what-
it's a good fucking point actually. Yeah. So scratch that window. There you go. It would just be a bedroom with a big iron door. There's almost no difference. It's just a door that's different.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Maybe
don't
a couple
like
torches
this.
in there.
yeah.
I feel like this is
Candles.
a foot
Some
in
iron bars.
door to worse things.
All right.
That's why I said
Well,
let's take a room.
how about
I'm
how about
insulted.
this? Yeah. Until you guys make up your mind, we're gonna get started with this. We'll make a room downstairs, and we'll leave one wall empty. So whether you guys want to contract someone at a later date to put in iron bars or an actual wall with a normal door, that's up to you.
Okay, that's a
Should
good
we
idea.
Fair
Do
enough.
that.
Maybe have somewhere more secure than the other rooms in case we want to store things. Not people.
Well, yeah, like
Specifically
an armory
objects.
thing, like Lemels mentioned, right?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned an armory, and I figured we would
I
make
did
those
mention an armory, I
doors
meant
like
more of a-
reinforced and have the walls be reinforced as well. So that's a little harder to get into that
I meant more of a treasury
treasury.
safe area sort of
A
thing.
giant vault.
I mean,
I
I guess
feel
we.
like we're already
um,
pushed our heads on what we can
Sober
actually
up.
do in this guild hall. Then, like,
No, you really aren't. The Empress has given us all the budget we need to make this as crazy as you guys fucking wanted. So that's why I'm,
So a
like,
big vault.
We should get an observatory too.
Dutch.
That's what I
attach that to the library.
what's up?
I like that.
In character,
Yes.
I know magic stuff, but I'm not a smart magic boy.
Mm-hmm.
Would I, in character, know that a certain amount of lead can make things like scrying spells fail?
No, because that's really arcane knowledge and not necessarily
Okay,
holy
that's
cleric
fine.
knowledge.
I thought I would ask that before I, in character, did any.
I mean, if you guys want like a vault area or something, we could have one of the, the sorcerers here place some wards and whatnot, some enchantments on doors to make them a little harder to get into. So that would be like a dedicated treasury, something that maybe requires passphrase or something to open instead of a key. That's up to you guys though. Just throwing out suggestions here.
I like it. Yes.
I approve.
Just one of literally any room that has ever been built in any building. Just one of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like
mean,
room
this
one.
is
Yeah.
purely about the extra things. Like the basics will all be there by default, but it's
you
just
think-
about like the extras.
What do you want in this guild house? Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Guys, do you think maybe it would be worth investing in a stable area of some kind, seeing as we frequently use a carriage?
I mean, we could
Yes.
have that as like an outdoor animal area. You know, we could have
I
loads
don't
of
know
animals
if
That was my legit suggestion that I couldn't say because I wasn't there. Thank you. So
I'm
much.
I don't know if
I'm
young
petting
buck
you,
uses
as
a
long-
stable, but
Trim nods head rapidly.
I mean, like that'd be pretty cool. Just like an out, like
I mean, we're doing this like outside garden, right? So we could attach like a little field for some.
that sounds good.
Use
Maybe like a barn of sorts.
We'll probably end up digging into like the water supply of the city to supply your place with water as well, and then dig some irrigation canals to kind of keep the outside like place a little more alive than just a bunch of sand. So yeah, we could have like a little grass field and stuff for your horses or whatever. I mean, I can give you the water for the pond, but there's not just magically
That's
going to be
fine, spawn a
there's
fish,
just
I'll find it.
magically not going to be fish in there, you know? Like that's something doesn't really.
I can
yeah,
I
you
can
gotta
I
spot
can
those.
do that. I can do that.
Fishing pond it is, all right.
I can make fish.
you can
I
make.
know,
I love
day
it.
off.
I love it.
Right,
Oh my God.
I think I've got a good list of things now. Come back in about a month or so. We'll be
You can do all that in a month.
no, but we'll in a month or so. The necessities will be done, so you could live here, and we'll be working on stuff while you're here. But like the necessities, like the bedrooms, the kitchen, all the
That workshop's a pretty big necessity as well.
We'll put it up on the list of priorities. Yeah, sure, no problem.
It's the most honest foreman where he said, "Nope, I can't get it done in a month." Fucking hell, what is this? This is
I mean,
not
the
a
thing
working
is,
experience.
he's gotten an infinite budget from the Empress. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't have
Yeah.
to be a liar because he has infinite funds.
Yeah, it's not like he's pushing his staff to save
Yeah.
labor costs.
Infinite money.
If anything, he's like, give us more work. We're
Yeah,
making 10%
exactly.
on this.
Yeah, yeah, come on, fucking.
Exactly.
Okay,
You guys want this and this.
Right, yeah, just come back in about a month or so for a little checkup with all the help here being a lot of people with magic capabilities. Like, you see all those purple fuck-off hands flying about lifting heavy stuff, right? That's not us. We can do a lot more work than we typically would, so in a month or so will be, I think about half of what's on this list will be done, yeah, by that time.
Cool. That's
Quality.
pretty good. Yeah.
Right, oh, my fucking, apologies, by the way, I haven't even introduced myself. My name's, Jiminon. It's a hard name, I know, it's, if you stutter, it's a really bad time. It's Jim in AM. It's a
Okay.
tough one, but you're used to it.
Jiminam.
It's a really fun name to pronounce when you're drunk. Just
Jim, oh fucking hell,
Jim
oh,
and
fucking hell. Just Jim, I think we'll do for now.
that's what most people call me. So yeah, it's all right.
Quality. Jim the foreman.
Jim and Mum.
Jimmy,
Right. Anything else you guys want to know, or should I get back to work?
No, I think that's good. We're good now. Yeah.
All right.
Trim, is there anything else you would like? I think we're all settled then.
All right. Well, I'll get back to it, and he immediately flips over the clipboard. Right, boys. We now know what we got to build, so let's get to it, yeah? And he like claps his hands, and like he just walks into his group, like the first group of workers he sees, and immediately starts instructing them, like, oh yeah, that over there, that over there. Like he's immediately just in working mode. All right, and now
Should we go
I
to the
have
tavern?
now I have a list of things that I need to work on. So that's gonna be fun. I have time, so we'll be good.
You got a month in game time. That's
Yeah.
for you, unlimited time, Ted.
We'll be alright.
I wish for unlimited wishes.
He's got another year.
Yeah, you got you.
What for us to take a month in game? Depends how long we spend unconscious.
Over the past year or so, we've spent a good few months, like in-game time. It's been a good few months.
I think we spent almost half a year.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, guys.
Something like that. Yeah.
Because of, like time jumps.
Oh, I meant Judge to. I'm gonna start as a thing to keep every start of every session is for me. Ask what day it is, keep track of time, because
Okay.
depending on how long this campaign goes, I have an idea for something that I want to do if a fixed amount of time passes.
Okay. Sounds
Oh
good?
no.
Sounds good.
Kills the rest of the party.
74
It's a
days.
long con.
On their
Very-
1 year
Back in
anniversary of meeting
74.
Trim, they will die.
Yeah.
December
The blood
1st,
moon rises.
2012.
Will do.
Pull a Maleficent.
Mayan calendar.
You will die in 7 days.
Yeah.
Specifically, a year into any friendship, Trim
Right.
immediately.
Kills people.
Anyway,
That's why she lives in the
Unless they're
forest.
animals.
actually, you guys just want to go take a break now? Because we're kind of at a point where it's like,
Yeah.
you want to take a little break?
I am dying for a cigarette, so yes, please.
Okay, we'll take a little break, and we'll be back in like 5 minutes, guys. Get back to it. Have a stretch. First of all, Held of Chaos, thank you so much for the host and raid. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. And Panda Cat, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you as well. You guys are all awesome. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show. We'll be back in like 5-ish to 10 minutes. Take a little break, have a stretch, have a drink, go to the bathroom, whatever it is you need to do. And we'll be back in like 5 to 10 minutes, guys. BRB! Bye! Hey everybody, we're back.
Sunshine.
Look at that.
Woo!
Hello.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sticking around with us through our break. Let's just dive back in immediately. Quinn, you made your way after looking around a little bit because you are not very familiar in this city to the Hog's Belly. What do you wish to do?
Get fucking wasted.
Okay, fair enough.
How quickly?
You go inside.
It's like midday, so probably pretty slowly. I've got time.
True. You go inside, and immediately at the bar, you recognize Octanus, her parents, sitting at the bar having a drink, talking to. What? Have you actually like seen the crew of the airship?
I'm the one that has.
I don't think.
No, I don't think I have.
Okay, so
I
they're
probably
talking
saw, like, a
to.
few faces, but...
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but you're not there. So they're talking to a human. Otherwise, the tavern is relatively quiet. This time of day, you gather most people are at work or you know going about their day. Yeah, what do you wish to do?
Literally just drink. That's my plan. I don't have a plan. I've just had a
Okay.
busy day and I couldn't be bothered with all the drama. So I
Yeah,
wanted to go
fair
drink
enough.
and
Fair
stuff.
enough. Fair enough.
I almost died today, you know.
Do you go sit down on your own at the bar, at a table? What do you do? Where do you want to seat yourself?
At the bar, 'cause then I can make mindless small chatter with the barkeep.
Okay. You go sit down at the bar, and immediately as you go sit down, a young female with some form of elvish look to her walks up to you. Can I get you anything, love?
But I don't know how drinking works. Someone help me out here. I'm lost.
Just order an ale or the strongest
Okay,
drink.
okay.
Pick one of the two.
This is the most
Just get
Hanzo
a-
thing he's ever said. I don't know how drinking works.
I
I'm
don't
also-
know.
But his liver
Alcoholic,
says
by the way,
otherwise.
alcoholic is here, so basically.
Do you wish to have a little, you know, browse of the menu, or do you know what you want to order?
Just get me the most common ale. Whatever your regulars order, one of that.
Right, fair enough. Okay, well, we have two things that regulars order a lot. One of them is a shot, particularly strong. The other one is an ale. So,
The ale.
Really
please. Something
depends.
I can sip over time.
all right, fair enough. Coming right up. And she goes to pour a drink. She walks over to a vat behind her and pours a mug of ale, hands it to you. That'll be a silver piece then, love.
So I literally don't have any silver,
Mm-hmm.
so I will give her a gold.
Right, let me get you change for you then. And she goes to a different drawer behind the bar, tosses the gold in, walks back to you. Right, here's 9 silver pieces back, and she hands you the 9 silver pieces.
I will nod my head.
You
and I
just
will say,
you know, give me a shout if you need anything.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Do you just spend your time there drinking until any of your friends show up, or do you have anything else in mind you want to do there?
No, that was my plan. I wasn't
Okay.
lying when I said I just wanted to go get drunk.
Alright, fair enough. By the time your friends show up, assuming they are on their way to Hog's Belly before I even go there, you'll be like 3 to 4 ales down. Then you notice your friends walk in the door behind you, and they all seem to approach you directly. Octanus, you do see your parents still having a chat with what you recognize to be some of the crew that got the ship here for you. As you walk in, your parents kind of gloss over and immediately get off their stools and walk towards you, embrace you in a big hug. Serufis, We did not expect you to be here so soon. What brings you to the city? I thought you had other plans.
Yeah, we did all that already. We fought a dragon, took over a bunch of like vampires and killed them, and then teleported here. So
One day, these stories of yours will sound less weird, but today is not that day.
makes sense.
We had a little look at your your future home. I suppose it looks big, very
Yeah.
big. Well, the offer still stands. If you once it's finished, need people to take care of that place while you're gone. Keep it clean and whatnot, and maybe your father could be some form of guard. I think that's where his talents are a little. He's not the cleanest type, but we would love to, take care of your home with any other people you hire to do this, of course. But free of charge, of course. But if you would maybe have a spare bedroom for us to reside in, that would be greatly appreciated. We know you gave us money to stay here at the inn, but that's gonna run out eventually, right? So
Yeah, that's the plan anyway. It's for you guys to stay there. So
all right.
it'll be fine.
Are we with? We're still like with.
Yeah.
I'll say quietly because I've been advised against talking about or showing large sums of money in public. But if you do run out, we just got a lot more, so you can ask for some if you need it.
It's quite all right. We'll it's okay. Well, if you are in the mood to spend some money, always buy your friends and us a round of drinks, maybe? Looking at you, Trim.
Oh, okay. Go up to the bar.
Yeah. You see Quinn. You see Quinn
wave.
sitting at the bar, having a chat with the barmaid.
Tap him and wave so he knows we're back in case he hasn't noticed we're here. And then be like, I can give you money, but I can't reach over the bar. Can you order some drinks for us and for Octanus' parents? And then I can help take them over there.
I'll go. Can I have a round of ale for everyone in the bar, please?
Coming right up there, and then she immediately goes to pouring drinks.
And then I look at him and just take out a platinum, and I'm like, is this enough for drinks for everyone?
I'll just like wave her off.
Trim's money will never
Trim
be
can't
good
spend
enough.
her money.
She does a
Oh
little.
my
She does.
God. Like 100,000 gold. Well,
She
that's
does a
so
little.
sad.
She does a little head count of everyone here. Besides you guys, there's the four people that Naronk, you and Actanis recognize as like the crew that got the ship here, and Actanis, her parents, and like two other patrons that came in during the day. That'll be a gold and 5 silver, please.
I try and take out a gold and like jump and like slam the gold on the counter so that someone takes at least.
Yeah,
you
you'll
can
be
cover
able
the
to.
silver, but
If you
here's the
like jump, you can kind of like
yeah.
place the gold on the table.
Yeah.
She picks it up. All right. 5 silver.
And then I'll hand her 5 silver.
Yeah, she takes the 5
Have
silver.
guys. Have silver.
I just got rid of all my copper and silver. I know everything costs fucking silver again. For fuck's sake.
I mean, like you have a lot of money, but the common folk typically pay for their drinks in coppers and silvers. Like, don't forget that. Stay humble,
Yeah,
guys. Stay humble.
That's the thing. When you look at prices for non-adventure things,
Yeah,
like
they're really cheap.
bread and stuff, it's all like so dirt cheap. It's
Yeah,
like-
yeah. She puts all the drinks on the bar. Right. Anyone that wants, there's drinks for you on the bar. And she kind of goes back to talking to some other people. You can see her dive into the kitchen every once in a while, and you can hear some talking going on behind there. What do you guys wish to do?
I'll grab one of the drinks and just sit down at a table.
All right.
I'll sail over to the airship crew.
Okay.
Why did you make it sound so creepy?
What do you mean?
Mosey on.
Just,
Mosey
it just
on.
sounded creepy.
As you go over to where the airship crew is seated, they immediately look at you and the guy you talked to before. You're right, sir. Hey, as you can see, we got your ship here safe and sound. It was a little hard because of the the lack of dock, but we made it work. And
I did see that.
your friend provided us with payments when we got here, so
Perfect. I was wondering, how much does it take to keep a crew like yourselves on retainer?
Well, we'd like to have our stay in town covered, first of all, so that we have a place to, rest our heads. So if that's in this inn, as long as you pay for our rooms, and roughly 50 gold per head per week to keep us around, so that's 200 gold for the 4 of us a week.
All right. Throw down 800 gold plus another. What would it cost for like a living for a month at this place?
They have two-person rooms. Roughly 5 silver per room, so that's 1 gold for their rooms for a night, times so 30 gold for a month.
All right, so I'll put 850 gold in front of them.
Yeah, this will cover a month. Yeah. We
and then we'll back after that.
Are we gonna be spending our time here, or do we go anywhere? What do you need us around for?
For tonight, have a good time, do your thing. I'll let you know more tomorrow once we know what's going on.
Well, sounds good. And he pockets the money and goes back to his crew and discusses this. And they all 4 after that immediately rush to the bar and just start ordering drinks and all that.
And I'll just go back to everybody else and drink a couple ales.
All right.
Yes.
So,
Nicole.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Would you mind holding on Death Song for me for a little bit?
Sure.
Hold on.
I need to.
Why?
I need to go pick up more gunpowder.
Alright.
And I don't really want those people knowing I have Death Song.
I'll take Death Song from them and just kind of put it on my back. Very it's that oh god, what am I doing with this?
It's like you're holding a baby and you're trying your best not to drop it.
What do I do?
Yeah.
I'm just
It's alright, she won't bite.
back!
Fucking
Unloaded 100%.
Yeah.
Don't
Looking
you
down the
worry.
barrel how does this thing work?
All right. So you're gonna mosey your way over to the Order of the Obscure.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go down to the southern part of town, to the Warlord's Respite. Respite. It's always a tricky word for me to pronounce.
Whichever, I think.
And you take the usual. You give a nod to the barkeep, and he nods at you, and you go into the kitchen, and you take away some of the barrels that are covering up the entrance. You climb down, and you find yourselves within a few minutes in the tunnel network that makes up the Order of the Obscure's base of operations in Kal'Zhir.
Alright, and I'll head straight over to the man that sells me gunpowder.
Okay. Yeah, you know your way around here. You are going as yourself, I presume.
Yeah,
You didn't
it's
say.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I don't have anything to change my appearance anyways.
As you go down, you immediately catch a few looks from people. You hear some whispers.
Can I tell what any of the whispers are saying?
Make a perception check.
That's not one. So
No, you have no idea. You make your way down the tunnel to the room where the gunpowder salesman is in. And in the room you find a goblin. Pointy ears, and one of the ears seems to have like a bite taken out of it at some point. Hey! Back for some gunpowder, eh?
That I am.
Right, we're a little low on supply, but I think we can make a deal, right?
I think so. How low are we right now?
It's been pretty dire. Our last shipment got intercepted by the Empire, and all the black powder got taken. So it's a tough one. We have some backup supply, but it'll be a little more expensive than usual.
All right. I'll order however much gunpowder it would take for, say, 10 grenades and...
Just out of interest, Soko, how many bullets do you have left? Because
I have...
you have...
I've been keeping track even though I haven't picked them up.
You have not picked up any bullets since like the first week you joined the party.
Oh yeah, no, it's taken a while. I'm down to like 32-ish.
Okay.
So I still have a decent bit.
I mean, you use like 3 per round in a round of combat, so 32 is not gonna last you a lot.
I know.
Yeah, just like keep track on that because you know you're gonna run out of bullets at some point.
Eventually, I'll just buy 1,000. Remember?
I mean, yeah, but you know you have to do it.
Know. Yeah. But I want to get enough for 10 grenades and 5 black powder blankets.
Okay. He goes through his I'm really trying to fucking find the notes that kind of specify. Well, yeah, you know.
It's been so long since I bought any.
It's been a while, yeah. While I do this, let's just say that he gives you the black powder needed for 10 grenades and 5 black powder blankets. That'll bring you down about 700 gold pieces.
700.
Yeah.
All right, I will hand over 70 platinum.
Right.
All right. I think that should be enough for now. Appreciate you. And
No problem.
I want to look at the gun store. So I'm assuming we have one down there.
That's the same room. There's some like guns on display. Yeah.
All right, then I'll. Do they have like attachments around, or is that something more I'd have to make myself?
That's something you either make yourself or stuff you get like you order and they start making it for you and you come back to pick it up. It's not something to really carry. That's not something to really carry like on supply. It's like more of like an on-demand thing, like by order.
Okay. In that case,
you could buy here the supplies needed to craft these items.
Okay.
But you won't be able to buy them crafted for you.
Pull up my little attachment chart because there was one that I was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here it is. I was wondering if I could make an advanced suppressor, or at least buy the materials too.
Let me quickly grab the list for you. Hold on. An advanced suppressor.
I'm trying to find the page for you right now.
Attachments.
It's like page like 6 through 12 or something like that.
Yeah, I found it.
Arcane artillery stuff?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
1,300 gold for it.
Yeah.
But...
All right. I'm assuming you tell him stuff. The list of stuff you need. That'll be around 1,300 gold worth of supplies if you were willing. If this list is correct. So you have that on hand. I have all the supplies you need. You can get going.
All right, and I will then hand over 1,300 gold and platinum.
So 130 platinum.
Yes.
All right. And you have all the supplies needed for you to craft an advanced suppressor.
All right. And then I'll head back to the tavern.
No, never mind. That doesn't go for this attachment. No, I lied. Yeah. Okay. So you get all the parts. Because for all the other parts of the gun to make attachments, you have to attach attachment rails first. But for a barrel attachment, you don't, because you literally, you just fucking screw
I
it
haven't
on.
decided on anything I want to do with those yet, so I haven't.
There's a lot of cool shit there, man. A lot of cool shit. All right. Yeah, I have a little bit of a custom rule set as to crafting them.
Okay.
But we'll get to that. We'll tackle that when we get there. But yeah, cool.
Yep. All right.
As you go to leave, there's immediately a large, almost ogre-like individual kind of blocking your way. 2 heads. Ferrix would like a word with you. And then the other head. Yeah, he does.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I don't really know what you're talking about.
I don't either, but boss man wants a word with you. We deliver you to him, or else it's our heads on the line.
So Furworks wants to meet with me. Did he say why? He could have sent me a letter.
He noticed you entered and he just wants you to meet with him right now. Yeah, follow us.
I'll follow him, I guess.
And they guide you to Fairwick's office. Kind of push you in the door and block the door, like close it and then go lean against the door so you can't just like burst out and leave. And in front of you, you see Fairwick's pretty well dressed looking goblin. You've met with him before. Narank.
Yes, sir.
Heard some troubling news about you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The Order had a meeting. All the faction leaders were there. And the group in charge of the foothills had a lot of interesting things to say about you.
Did they now?
And I'm inclined to believe them, since about a month ago now, we had a talk about something in the foothills, something you were interested in. Remember that?
Yeah, that's right. I was looking for Desol.
Mm-hmm. So how come, after I told you not to, or advised you not to, they were able to describe you and your friends that we've been scouting around for just to see what they looked like to perfect detail? Minus a few. Most of them.
They saw me. Personally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no possible way. I wasn't in the area anywhere.
Elevantir was.
Well, I don't sniff Elevantir's ass all the time, do I?
At this point, he motions to the corner of the room that you haven't really looked in yet. And you see there Elevantir, bound, attached to a chair. Is it going wrong? You can see that he's bloodied in at the mouth. You can see one of his eyes are bruised. Told them I took it, but they didn't fall for it.
Well, I mean, I don't have it. They can search me.
Think we will.
All right.
They take all your belongings, your bag of holding, and they go through it all. Looks like there's no gun here. Where is it?
As far as I know, from like the digging I've been doing, because I heard it disappeared as well. Right? I think it got sold off some bidder, and it's in someone's collection. I know there's a lot of people looking for stuff with that kind of power. I mean, obviously myself included, but...
At this point, he walks up to Elevantir, takes a blade from his boot, and puts it on Elevantir's throat. No more chance. Where's that song?
All right. So don't do anything haste now. I can lead you right to it. It's in a difficult spot. I can't really describe it well, but I can bring you there.
Wasn't that hard, was it? He takes the knife off of Elevantir's throat, puts it back in like the little hilt in his boot. I'm not gonna come with you. You have 48 hours to show up here with the gun, or he dies.
All right.
Now get out of here.
You want me to come straight back to you?
48 hours. Tick tock, tick tock.
All right. I'll head back to the tavern.
Okay.
And I want to search my belongings along the way to make sure nothing's taken.
Make an investigation check.
Please roll high. Dirty 20.
You notice that roughly 1,000 gold worth of platinum is taken.
Son of a bitch, I'm slitting their throats. Alright. Yeah, I'll go back to the tavern.
Okay.
So whilst Naronk was gone,
Mm-hmm.
I 100% was looking at Death Song. like I put out my shoulder, waved from Steve, waited a minute, and just went, cool. Just looking at it.
Make an investigation check.
Not looking for anything particular.
Yeah, just have a little investigation check. You know, see what you can.
Oh fuck.
Are you doing this in the
middle of the tavern?
Like straight up. Like Naronk goes, I just go.
Dumbass.
Looks down the barrel, you know.
Yeah. click. Fucking just stop. Stop dicking around with it.
What did you roll?
That's a 7.
Fuck it, I'm interested. Can I look at it, but like specifically at the mechanism?
Not from a distance. You're gonna have to have the gun in your hands.
I'm gonna go lean over the table next to Nicole.
I'm 100% like also fucking with it a little bit as well. Just like not paying it. Not just you know when you fiddle with something in your hands. It's that like so leave a bit here.
Okay.
Just
you
Sorry, no.
No,
it's very intricate, and you can feel the humming of it. And as you kind of like fiddle with some parts, you can see a very small veil of blackish smoke that you've seen before when Naronk uses the gun. But the intricacies and the way this thing works is. You just know that if Naronk flicks this little switch, it goes boom. That's really all you know.
I'll make sure I in my kind of like amulet, make sure my hand is nowhere near that. Just like so it's just like making sure that's not there.
Okay. Naronk? Abran, did you also want to have a look at the gun?
Yeah, I want to look specifically at the mechanism and how it works.
Roll intelligence check.
I'm not good at those.
I know. This is definitely intelligence and not wisdom.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's 17 minus 1, so 16.
You kind of like look at it, sitting right next to Nicole, or like leaning over the table towards Nicole. You look at it, and you definitely get the idea that there's, when you flick the trigger, there's a mechanism inside that, just fucking the bullet, that you figure out kind of how it works. Whereas okay, but if I flick here, why does a bullet come out there? You put that together, but that's about it.
Okay. Does it look roughly similar to the pepper box I inspected before giving to Actanis?
No.
No, obviously it's a different kind of gun.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
in
you
terms
get
of
the sense that mechanically it works relatively the same. Yeah. The only difference between the pepper box and that gun that you really notice is that pepper box has multiple barrels, multiple points where bullets can be shot out of, whereas that rifle only has one.
So how big is Death Song? Like,
It's
is
a
it like
it's a rifle,
is
man.
it like a musket rifle, like that kind of like sort of size? That, like,
Probably like 5 or 6 feet tall.
like a
Yeah, it's like a
like
musket.
a
that's like
Winchester rifle.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Like a Winchester is a good comparison. Yeah.
I never really like thought about it. I was like,
Yeah, it's a proper rifle, man. And
it's like a
you can see
rifle.
that Narong has personally like added a scope on it that completely mismatches the gun in color, but yeah, it's definitely it's a rifle, man. It's a pretty big thing.
Ektana's just like kind of calls from across the table. Nakul, do an impression of Narong with the gun.
Nicole just kind of like his impression. He just kind of like looks down like the thing, not really looking into it, just kind of like pointing at shit, like pointing at them, just being like not saying anything, just kind of pointing at shit, like pretending to fire it. Just like, ooh.
You can see as you start pointing the gun around that the entire rest of the people in the bar are like,
oh, sorry, shit, no, it's not. It's and I just kind of put it on the table, just like,
Just like, oh no.
yeah. It's that look down, and like it's that final realization that you're kind of dicking about in a place you probably shouldn't be, and just like.
Someone's been caught in the library before.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit.
all right. You guys kind of have some more drinks and just kind of take a breather. If you want, this does count as a short rest. Just throwing it out there.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna expend some of those hit die.
This is definitely a short rest for you guys. For everyone except
Sorry,
Narong.
everyone. What's
Yeah.
happening? Why are we short resting as opposed to
Because
long
you're
resting?
Because you're at the tavern, you're drinking, so I would consider this a short rest if you guys want to use some hit dice and stuff.
All you've missed is Nicole
No, we
dicking
just
about
killed
with
like
Death
12
Star.
people.
That's what you kind of missed.
And
I actually quit this game.
I mean, that was.
and you know, Elephant's here having 48 hours to live if Narong doesn't come back with that song.
So I rolled both of my hit.
Mhm.
I got a 1 and a 2.
Get fucked.
I rolled.
Yeah.
I rolled four.
So I'm gonna roll a cleric one as well.
Okay.
That'd be. That's cocked. That's 2 again. So I'd heal for 11.
Nice, dude.
That'll do.
Monkey on the car. Fuck
I
off.
plan on
Fuck
healing.
off.
I'm just working out how much I need to heal.
I heal for 28.
Isn't there something else I get back on short rest now?
I'll spend 1 hit die. I only have 6 points missing, so.
I get my second wind
And now they're back.
I get my action surge back. And my channel divinities. Fuck yeah.
All right. Narong, you arrive at the tavern. Not very long after you've left. It was a relatively short visit. What do you do?
I'm gonna walk over to the table.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit down. We need to talk
Alright. Like, ear talk or like something private?
privately.
Should we get some rooms then and.
Probably should.
I had to blow 5 hit dice, just so you know.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I believe 4.
Jesus. Okay.
I've got a 1, a 2, and a 2, but I have decent con.
I will go up to the barkeep and ask for 4 rooms. Fuck it, why not?
Okay.
No, 3 rooms. There's only 6 of us. Never mind.
3 rooms.
Yeah. 3 doubles.
That'll be a gold and 5 silver pieces.
I'll just hand the 2 gold and tell her. Oh, keep the change. Don't worry about it.
Thank you so much, sir. All right. Did you get handed 3 keys with numbers on them?
I'll just kind of give out the keys. Just kind of put it on the table, like whatever room should we go? We'll have a chat then somewhere, and I'll just head off to one of the rooms, take one of the keys, and just head off to a room then.
Yeah.
And hope people follow.
All right.
Up we go.
Do you guys all follow? Quinn, do you follow as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So you all gather up in one of the rooms that you just rented out for the night.
How
Alright.
much have I drunk at this point?
You've had like a good, yeah, you know, you're feeling the buzz, definitely.
Okay.
You're a little buzzed. You've been
So,
relatively like you've not been like slamming him down, but you've had like 5 to 6 ales in your time here now by this time.
As you guys probably know, I used to work for the Oreos here. On the occasional run. Did that for quite some time. They have Elevantir,
What?
and they
Did
know
he-
they know that he helped us get that song,
Who's that?
and they want it.
Is this a
He's-
friend of yours?
This
Probably
is
the only friend I really had until I met this group.
Oh.
So what's the plan? We're gonna go in, rescue him, get the fuck out, run, or like go in?
You guys aren't going in at all.
But
What?
I mean, like,
No.
I could get in and out of places. Like, as long as you tell me exactly where he is, exact detail, I could get in, get out.
We
I mean,
can't fight
I
this.
can literally become a fly, get in through a keyhole, turn him into a fly, and then we both get out of there. Like, what do you mean?
I mean, we've got a lot of resources that we can like.
or we give them Death Song.
Why would we do that?
I mean, see me save Atlanta. Tiles, come on, fucking keep up. Come on.
Yeah, I
We
know,
save
but we could also
Elementir.
just, go and get him,
I
There's
I
no way
say
we're making
we-
it out there alive if
which
we
is
charge
the
in there.
better
I-
choice.
No, we don't.
don't
We
know much
for
about
one.
these people, but I know that Narong respects the level of power they have, which leads me to be wary.
So you're saying we should be stealthy?
For once, no.
No, because you saw the foothills, right? They took over an entire city from the Empire.
So
Alright.
very stealthy.
They have vast resources available to.
Right, but just get him, make a quick.
We can't
escape.
just give them Death Song. That thing's really
We
cool.
have to. We don't have a choice.
We do have choice. There's always a
It's
choice.
the only way Elevantir walks, and even then, he might not walk.
Well, then that's why we save Atlanta.
Yeah.
Do they
So
know
we
what
make
There's
this-
death
always
song?
like a chance
If it
he's
comes
going
to it,
die. Yeah.
Come so we
hold
can give him.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Do they know
Yeah,
what
sure.
death song looks like? Like I know it looks like a
Absolutely.
gun. Do they know specifically what it looks like? Like
I
what
mean, they
makes it
used to
different from your other
Own
guns?
it for probably the few hundred years, I would imagine.
Oh, did you
I don't know when
take
they
it from
found
them?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why they
Um,
want it back.
Yeah, we
Could
They didn't
we-
know it was necessarily
could
me,
Could we make one out of the paint as long as we drew it really lifelike? And would that be long enough to get out before they realize it's the fake one?
I don't
That's
worry.
actually kind of a good idea.
I don't worry about getting in and out so much as
Do you want me to try painting
Potentially.
it so I could see what
The
the,
problem is
fake
that
one
you
would
guys
look
can
like?
get in there at all.
I mean,
the problem is more than anything, if they know who we are at all, this isn't a we're out, we're done, that's it.
That's true.
Then they know who you all are.
Well, then, if it's going to come to a fight anyway, we just fucking fought a dragon. Let's just go kick the door down.
They're a bit bigger than
This is a
than
group of
pre-
people where
They sound
They
much more
own a
organized
city.
than a dragon.
Yeah.
this is not one or two people.
If we go in there, full force, kicking down the door, we aren't walking out. That's for sure.
What?
I mean, we fought tooth and fucking nail for this gun. Gotta be honest with you. We pulled off quite the heist, and it seems a bit of a waste to just fucking give it up. Even if it does save a life, and to be honest, a life is way more important than a gun. But fucking hell.
What if we gave
Don't
them
feel right.
something? What if we gave them something better than the gun?
Like what?
Do you
In our
have an
eyes,
idea
there's
of
almost nothing better unless we want to give them a different artifact of the Sundering,
Well, not
which
if.
I don't want to do.
Well, not with.
take my
If that's your sales pitch, no. But like we have lots of cool. Or what if we gave them lots of almost as cool things? and we kept that one, and we gave our paint pots and like just some of our other
Absolutely
magical
not.
things
Not giving
like
away
all
that paint.
together.
They
True, actually,
are
they're
not having
thieves.
that
We were
paint.
told not to give the paint to thieves. Never mind, that's a stupid idea. But like something else. What if we collected? Isn't there a place here that sells like super fancy, cool collectible things? That the whole point of the store is you can't find them other places. Like, what if we just found something, or like one or two things that are really, really awesome?
I think
But
it's
not
more.
as-
I think it's more like from what I understand of these people is it's kind of more like a grudge thing about Death Song rather than like, oh, they took a cool thing, we want the cool thing. I think it's more like
Oh.
they fucking stole from us. we
So
want
now
the
we're
fuck
going to
back.
kill their
I could
friend.
be wrong. Like Naronk, like tell me if I'm wrong because I don't really fucking know like at all. But like, are they like that? Are they like petty enough to be like, oh, fuck you, we want
If
that.
that's the whole
I
thing
mean-
here, though, then like they're always going to kill the Elevantia no matter what we do. Like,
Imagine my level of pettiness
Right.
times like a million.
We're
so
fucked.
yes.
You said they know who we are, Narunk. Is that correct?
At least they know who Nicole, Thomas, and you are. I know I was disguised at the time, so I don't think they're 100% sure it's me.
Then
But because they
by
didn't know it was Elevantir.
if we fight this, we
That's how
put
they
more
found
than
out.
ourselves at risk.
Absolutely. Which is why I'm going alone
No, that's
Give
not
them
the
the gun.
decision that's been made here.
and letting
Actanis,
Elevantir walk.
your parents are in the city.
Mhm.
If they know who we are, they've probably been watching us. They probably know everyone we spoke to since we got back.
And if something happens to us, who stops the dragon people?
You have much
Exactly.
less faith in my parents than I have. Just saying.
They
It's-
don't
You know, they were
know-
thieves for
they
like
don't know me,
decades.
and I haven't spoken to anyone since we got back to town. I've been drinking in the tavern.
It's not a lack of faith. so
No,
much as
I'm just saying, like, I can trust them to take care of themselves. They're not really a factor in what I'm thinking here.
They won't stand a chance against the Order, though.
Mhm.
This is not a group of 4 or 5 people that we can deal with.
Obviously not. No one's saying that.
And we can't remove this organization entirely.
Hmm.
So, Unless- we had the ability to fight an organization like that, the whole organization, then we're just kicking a hornet's nest.
I mean, like, we could have. So, hear me out, Naronk. You go in, right, with Death Song to give it back, and if shit starts to go down, yeah, radio us in. As long as you give me, as long as they're not too far away.
What's the radio?
Talk in the bracelet. Right, talk in the
Oh, I
bracelet.
love it.
Talk in the bracelet. You know, call us in. You know, like, oh, I'm fucking dying. You know, like, and then.
Are we calling that radio us in now?
It's canon now, boys. It's canon now.
It's canon. yeah.
Sure,
That's what
I
we're
don't
doing now.
really know what it means. It just sounded cool. I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of like, idea.
Radio.
Right. I don't like. Why? The good how to spell.
Listen, touch press the party, by the way.
No. Yeah. Just like talk to us on that, and then we as long as you give me tell me exactly like how far away is it? Like I don't really know where it is. To go like what? Where we have to go or whatever. So like, just.
We're not going.
Listen, okay. Here's
What
what I'm
stage
thinking
again?
here
We're
right
turning
now.
into a fly, and then turning him into a fly, and just getting out like. But they're small. They're even smaller than me. That can get anywhere.
The problem is he would have to want to turn into a fly like you. Right?
Well, no.
What?
Well,
I kind of feel
no.
bad forcing him into that position.
Well, if
without
it
him
saves his
knowing.
life, I'm
Fair.
sure he'll be much more okay with it.
Well, you're wrong. If you just kind of tell us like, just as backup more of a because I don't particularly want you fucking going in alone because
To
who
be
knows what
honest,
the fuck they're gonna
from-
do to you.
From what
And
you
there's
said,
no way
it
you
sounds
guys will
like
be
they're
able
just going to
stop
kill
though.
you
None of
and
you guys have
Elevantia
tattoos
anyway.
from the Order. None of you guys have been sighted anywhere near the Order before, and they know you're not part of the Order.
But Like
They did see us
okay.
stealing from them though, so
Yeah, they know we're about, but like
they saw my
no
face.
stopping us just kind of being around. We're just passers by hanging about in Kal'Zhir, you know, just going on here. We just happened to walk into this place, you know, and
Oh no, we're lost. Better turn it around.
perfect plan, really. I mean,
Let's put it
The
on
cold's
plan.
trying to raise for skill. We can't afford to potentially lose all of you guys.
we can't
is-
potentially
Anything that might
lose
happen.
you either, mate. Your life is worth more than you think it is, buddy.
And also, we were kind of told by the Archmages the reason we were picked is because we're dispensable, so
And I was
we'll
never
just
picked
find
on
new
them.
people. Besides
I'll f-
that, it sounds like even if you go in and give them Death Song now, they're going to kill you anyway. Like, just to make a statement to anyone
Well,
else
if you
who's like,
wanna go
"Oh, I'm
kill
gonna steal
yourself-
from them
Wrong.
now because
They're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
no one did it."
Make just a history check.
Asking a lot there. Wow. Okay. 17.
You
For
know
once in my
from
life.
previous dealings with Fairwick specifically, that he is not a fan of the Order of the Obscure that in Segalia and specifically in the foothills. You also know that as he is a goblin, he's not shy and is always willing to have a good barter, and that he's pretty honorable. If he says or if he makes you a promise, he'll tend to keep it. Just do with that like general information what you will.
All right.
But then,
I think tomorrow I need to go have a talk with Fairwicks. Again. Without this song.
Good. Don't take
oh,
it.
tomorrow I would need to talk to. Oh, I forgot to mention we need to talk to Tiburon. He wants to have a word with just you and me. I think we're going to get a bit of a bollocking.
Way to spread on the
Honestly,
good news
he
there.
can wait.
Cool.
I mean,
We're a bit
before I
irritated, man.
forgot, because you know, I don't really
Yeah.
want to get him more on my bad side than he fucking, you know, don't really want to.
Absolutely. I agree, but I think I need to talk to Fairwicks. Maybe try and figure out a deal that doesn't involve us giving up this song. And
Or any
does
other
involve
artifact.
Elevantir walking away. I also have two fuckers who stole some gold from me that I need to get some back from too, so that'll have to wait.
Alright then.
I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. Because if this shit goes south, you guys need to do what's better for the world than what's better for me.
Just don't go throwing your life away, mate.
I like living.
Good.
Almost lost that chance once.
I like
Yeah,
you
it was
alive.
Stupid.
Then I'm gonna go downstairs and get fucking drunk.
We'll say, unless there's anything you guys specifically want to do, you guys spend the rest of your day drinking, catching your breath after what's been a pretty wild set of days.
Don't want to drink too hard, please. Thank you.
And you all, as soon as you're muted, Laura.
Whoops. I stay up in my room. I don't want to drink anymore.
Okay. And you all eventually find your way to bed. Have a nice long rest. And I would like everyone to mute besides Narong.
Oh, go away. Boy.
Narong. Before you make it up to your room for the night, as everyone else has already gone up, you feel a tap on your shoulder. The bar's empty, and you look behind you, and a hooded individual, relatively short, just kind of like nods at you to follow, and he goes outside.
I'll follow him.
Okay. You walk outside, and he walks around the corner to get like behind the bar, like between the like a little alleyway kind of deal. And he takes off his hood. It's Ferrix. Right. I can speak freely here. You know that last time we spoke, I told you I wasn't a big fan of the Thieves up there in Sagalia. I don't view them as part of our organization anymore. They, started something of a coup, if you will, within the Order. And they've got the heads of the Thermagar Order, the Flatlands Order, and the Valen Forest Order with them. We are the only group that rebelled. To punish us, they, have their scouts and spies within our ranks. Every word said in our base is being scried on. Everyone in the base is being scried on. Took me a lot of resources to be able to sneak out and reach out to you before whatever you do. I don't give a fuck that you stole that song from them. It's just stupid. I warned you about how spiteful of a bunch of twats they are up there. And that all of this would fall back on us. That little show with Elevantir, they had to do that, because if I wouldn't, they would think that I was going easy on you, and we'd be my head on the line. I have no intentions of killing you, but I might have to, if we don't deal with the situation properly.
What do you suggest?
Bring me a gun. Have it in a lead box. I'll take the gun.
How big?
I mean, big enough to fit the gun, dimwit. Hello?
Well, no, like how big of a gun do you want?
I mean, something that's roughly the size of Death Song, so anything, you know, just any, blanking on the fucking, any, bad news, sized box will do. I'll, you know, look into the box, pretend everything's all well, and, let you and Elevantir go. And I'll be using that gold that I took from you as a little, you know, vacation money, because I'm gonna have to get the fuck out of here for a little while. For good,
Alright.
maybe even. So, next time you're in the city, I won't be here. The Order of the Obscure will most likely have turned, and the Sagalia faction will be in charge, and they'll probably hold a grudge against you. So, you're gonna have to get your gunpowder from somewhere else from now on.
Alright. I think I might know someone.
Do this tomorrow. I'm keeping the money that I took from you. It's a little, you know, I'm in this shit because of you, so I feel like that's a proper way to repay that shit show.
I mean, if it saves Elevantir's life, it's fine.
All right. And he puts his hood on and he darts into the shadows.
I will go upstairs. Go to the room.
Okay, so you go to sleep.
Yep.
Hello again.
There's always a few that are just not looking, you know? It's
It's
always a few. Like Hanzo's looking down at his. Oh no, there he is.
He's unmuted.
Yeah, there he is.
He's undeaf.
That confused. I thought Hanzo looking at his phone or something, and he's just not looking. I'm like, God.
I'm sorry, I was typing to Sassy about something that. has
It's just, you know,
already
whenever we
happened.
like mute, there's always like one or two that are just not looking.
I'm
gonna be a long
blaming
one.
Sassy for this one.
You guys all wake up, long rested, some more hungover than others.
Wake up.
Quinn. But yeah, a new day has begun. You guys, you know, get all the benefits from long rest. If you used hit dice during the little short rest thing, you get half of them back. So yeah, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. What do you guys want to do?
get some breakfast. I like to go downstairs.
Breakfast.
I get 8 breakfast. No,
I get 8 breakfast.
I get 8 breakfast.
What about night breakfast?
I'm a big boy. I get 8 breakfast.
What do you want for breakfast? Yes.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I'll take your entire stock.
I don't think you understand. I asked for all the eggs and bacon you have.
Would I know of a place where I can get a big lead box from?
Arcana Emporium is a good shout.
Alright.
How
That's what I
big is-
figured, but
We're not the Wonder Emporium.
I like to have
Breakfast.
breakfast, please. I like to.
I make £1 and Dutch is just like, do I really want another year
Because
of
there's a
this?
time and place, you know? I feel like we're kind of in a flow of things, so it's not really the time nor the place.
I've been there for a
No, don't talk back to me. Just shut your mouth and listen. So you guys all make your way down, get breakfast, get your day going. Yeah, the day's yours.
I'll kind of say to Narong, Narong, how long are you going to be today? Do you want to like go see Tiburon first and like kind of get that like out the way, or?
I need to do one stop at the Arcana Emporium, and then we can go do that.
All right, sounds cool with me. Oh, also like when you go see Kai Emporium, I also like to go see Kai Emporium.
Oh, and when you go see Tiburon, can you ask if he has an updated idea on the timeline of when we could maybe, you know, get a
I mean,
lift
you
to
could
the
come
forest?
with us as well. I mean,
He
like,
did
You know, he
say-
asked to just see you.
No, he said
come back.
he
fine.
wants everyone to come back tomorrow to talk about a plan, but he also wants to have a private word with Naronk and Nicole.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, like, cool guy. That's because we've got something else you want to do in the sea for a bit. You know, look around and do some stuff. But we can just go Arcana Emporium, then talk to Tiburon, and then we can do whatever we've got to do for the rest of the day.
All right. You guys, Nicole and Naronk, going to the Arcana Emporium first?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. You guys, it's not a long walk. You get there and you can see the bazaar is getting ready for the day. You did sleep in a little bit, but it's most of the market stalls have been set up and everyone is getting ready for another day of peddling wares and the sorts. You walk into the Arcana Emporium. Not a whole lot of people there yet. You do see a handful of employees, and you also see Theonel herself getting ready for the day, kind of, you know, walking around. And Theonel immediately notices you two as you enter, walks up to you. Hello, darlings. What can I help you with today?
I need a lead box as soon as possible if you could make one.
Right. How big would this lead box need to be? Because it's not very specific, you're being.
Big enough to fit one of these rifles, and I'll show her the regular bad news.
Right. Don't mind my asking, why does it need to be made out of lead? I think I know the answer, but
Because that's what was asked for.
fair enough. We do have a variety of lead boxes. I think we have one that's roughly. It's a bit big. It's bigger than that rifle, but I mean, it'll do, right? It's bigger than what needs to be in it, so it's just a little bit. It's a little hefty, you know. I mean, there's two strong individuals like you. You'd be able to, you know, carry that around town. Goes for, because of its, you know, the function of lead typically means needs to be blocked away from any sort of magic, so it's a little pricey.
Alright.
We'll run you about 350 gold pieces for the box.
I'll take it, and I'll hand it over in platinum. 35 platinum.
All right, and she does some hand motions and speaks a few arcane words, and in front of you appears this, like, roughly 10 feet, like, long, 2 feet wide, like, it's like a rectangular box. That'll be big enough. It's a long boy, but it's big enough for the rifle, and you're just gonna have to, like, you know, carry it, like, with two of you, because it's also quite heavy. Like, lead is heavy.
Yeah. It's hefty.
And even though it's, you know, it's not a very thick sheet of lead, but still, you know, all that lead combined is pretty heavy, combined with just the metal box itself. Hands it over to you. Anything else you need, or is that all for the day?
You got oh, hang on.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you got like, so I could like put on that can help me like see in the dark, right? That I don't have to like attune to, but like I'm able to see without like a torch, because like everyone fucking else can apparently, but I can't. And we keep on lighting places up, and it's giving us away a little bit. Just want to be able to like, you know.
Right. I remember that. Didn't that drow elf? Didn't he wear goggles of some sorts to?
What was that made like the light dark? I want to make the dark light, you know, like.
I mean, it gave him the ability to see in the dark. Isn't that what you want?
I mean, yeah.
Right. The way I believe the archmages told me they, you know, those goggles originally, you know, did the reverse, but they, you know, overrode the arcane enchantments and customized it for him. We have a few of those goggles, you know, as they should have been, or as they are, in stock. We'll run you around 300 gold pieces for one.
Done. And I'll hand it over 300 gold.
Oh, by the way, before I forget, you have those bracelets, right? Those things you communicate with that Tiburon told me to make. He told me that some of them went missing, and there's some new faces in your group. So we've made a few extra for you to divvy out to the people that might be lacking one.
Quality, and I'll hand over 300 gold and just kind of like.
Yeah. So she hands you a little box. I think it's just Trim and Quinn that don't have one, right? So she hands you a little box, and there's 2 of the bracelets in there, and also hands you a set of goggles that can go into your head.
I'm gonna
make you
fucking
look well smart.
I'm gonna fucking steampunk.
Yeah, very
them on
like
my forehead.
steampunky goggles on your.
Yeah, I got that on my
yeah.
forehead. Like. Okay, really get the elastic going on as well. No. My fucking 7 hands.
Right then. Neuron, could you want anything else?
Yeah, I have some rubies to sell and a sword for you to look at, and I will pull the great sword off my back that I've been struggling with.
Okay. You want me to identify this thing? I assume.
I identify the sword, and then I need to sell these rubies. Yeah.
All right. She takes 10 minutes, casts the ritual that is identify. Just your regular old great sword that's been enchanted to be, hit a little harder than most. It's a +1. Nothing too fancy, but you don't strike me as a great sword kind of guy, though.
I'm not. If you want it, I'll be willing to sell it to you.
I'll give you 100 gold pieces for it. Nothing, there's nothing real. Make a persuasion check.
11.
No, I don't think we will. It's just gonna be 100 gold pieces. There's nothing too exciting, really. It's not like it sets itself on fire or lightning cracks down from the sky. It's just a sword.
As she says, the cool puts his hand like on the sword that fucking sets itself on fire. It's like next to him.
All right, fair enough. And these rubies are, I think, are worth about 125 gold as well.
She kind of like goes to the bag. Yeah, seems about right. Sure, but gonna have to make a profit off of them. So how about 100 gold for those as well?
Works for me.
All right. She hands you 200 gold.
Perfect. They're only worth 100 gold.
Yeah, which is what you got for it now. So.
I know, but
because she's not a fucking idiot.
Not losing money to it, it's worth it. So.
Right. Anything else in that bag of yours that you want to get rid of, or you there?
I mean, unless you want to buy some marble busts, I don't think so.
No.
All right.
If you find a home decorator, maybe you'll be able to peddle those, but I'm not really interested. There's not really any use for them in my line of business, so...
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I figure I'll just throw them in the guild hall anyways.
Make for good decoration.
Absolutely.
Just these 3 busts in your guild hall decorating. No idea who they depict. It's just, yeah, there's just busts there, dude.
Someone's gonna walk in and be like, "That's fucking mine."
That's
my uncle.
That's my dad.
That's my dad.
Okay, so you're done.
Yeah, I'm done there.
You're done there. What do you do?
I'll head back to the tavern because that's where all the lads are.
Okay.
Yeah,
I assume.
Alright.
carrying the box with Nicole.
Yes, I will be helping Naronk carry.
Yeah, it's a pretty big boy. It's a pretty heavy big boy. So like the 2 of you, yeah. Alright.
All right. How about we store this up in the room, Nicole, and then
Sounds good.
head on to meet Tib. Where the hell is Tiburon at?
In the sanctuary place. I should remember to
Yeah, but like, where is that?
And I will describe where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't fucking remember.
You now know where it is again because you didn't remove your memory this time. So
Describe the outside then, like how we got there.
okay.
Good. When we have disposed of the chest and we're now back downstairs, I will turn to Trim and Quinn and kind of get them together. Like, guys, so Trim, Quinn, got a little presents for you guys. Now as official members of the Heroes of Exile, and I'll pass them with a bracelet.
Thanks.
Official member?
Yeah, you're all of us now.
One of us.
Quinn is like, yo, can I get out of this still?
Yeah,
Is it
he's
too
like,
late?
whoa.
I'm just there's a
this
lot
a cult?
going on.
I'm
It's
just here to hit things.
How
well,
does
it's
this
more
work?
like half of brain wants to like
So it's
run
got-
panic, half of brain wants to cry because I'm really happy because that's exciting. But I don't.
So like you kind of like got settings on it. It can be like really loud, normal and thing. You can't press it. You speak into it, and then we can all hear it from like really fucking far away. So it's a good way for us to communicate if we ever get split up. You know, you might have seen us like talking to our wrists before. It's like
That same kind of concept.
yeah, it's just that you know. But welcome on in.
I'm getting a lot of bracelets, and I put it on the other one. The Charm of Restoration's on.
Just imagine anytime Trim moves now, I'm just tingle. Just like wind
Like
chimes. Like,
bangles.
yeah.
Disadvantage in stealth checks from now on.
yeah.
All right.
I'll look to the group just like so.
Ready to go then?
Back to the sanctuary then.
Oh God.
Sounds good to me. And I'll.
Okay. So you all head to the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Branny boy and gang are also coming.
Yep.
Or what?
Unfortunately.
All right. So you all make it to the sanctuary. You walk in down the staircase. That's where the well is. You walk into the door, and you can see there at the table, you can see Rokul and Mokin having some food. Pricknell is sitting at the table, talking to the other archmages. And Tiburon is kind of sitting on his own, writing some stuff while also having breakfast. But he's not like joining any of his fellow mages. He seems to be pretty busy in a lot of shit right now. Yeah. What do you guys wish to do?
Say hello to the ones that are in the room.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hello.
Alright, just looks
Good
very
morning.
uncomfortable.
I will look uncomfortable at Naronk at the rest of the room and kind of do that wave, just like, alright.
I guess.
Right, princess. Mokin like nods at you, Nicole.
Alright, sunshine.
Been a while.
It's been. How are you keeping? Still,
Yeah, we've been,
Doing well.
you know, knocking some heads, trying to find out where these bloody cultists are hanging out, but, we're pretty close on a few of them, so, you know, you'll have your work cut out for you once you, you know, once you know more.
good to hear.
And, yeah, I think, Goldie over there would like to have a little word with you lot. He was talking about, you know, that cult guy in that forest. The people in the forest are being a little bit of a bunch of shitheads, really, letting, you know. He'll explain everything. Just go talk to him. Tiburon kind of looks up, gets up, and kind of like brushes the crumbs from his like. Right, step into my office. All of you.
No. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And he guides you inside and closes the door behind you. Trim. We're going to send you all to your home next to deal with the cult's problem there. We've it's your forest is a hard one to navigate through, so it's really been hard
Yeah.
for us scouts to pinpoint exactly where this cultist resides.
Oh, well, the trick is to ask the animals. The animals know everything, and they can navigate the forest better than us.
Right. Good to know. So it will be no problem for you then once you get there to, you know. Right. There's only a small detail. See, we would have access to the teleportation circle in the capital city, but they are refusing us access. The Council of Elders of the village of the villages there. So all four of them are dealing with a little orc problem, being so close to the burning scar. Trim, I think you're aware of that safety measure they have in place in case shit hits the fan. Looks like they might have to use that soon if this situation doesn't get any better. And to quote one of the elders, we're too busy dealing with our own shit to let any more outsiders taint our forests. You're on your own.
I'm not an outsider.
Try to tell them that, but the group you're with are outsiders and they're being a little antsy. But you have an airship. We've taken the liberty of outfitting it with a crystal of cloaking, which will because you're gonna have to fly over the burning scar to get there, to cloak your ship so it's a little harder to spot in the air and you won't get shot out of the air by many of the orc camps and their weaponry. What I want you to do while you're on your way there, make a pit stop at one of the orc towns in the Burning Scar. To be specific, the orc town of what's it bloody called? Camp Polin. That's the closest camp to the border with the Valen Forest. The Druidic scouts that have scouted the area there found that they are rallying the troops, and they are worried that they're going to charge into the Valen Forest, because as the Valen Forest is isolated, if they, you know, arrange their attacks right, it's a relatively easy target since there's no help from other provinces nearby. It's roughly a 7-day flight to get to Poland. Once you get there, destroy their supplies. The fucking mosquito near my head, you can piss off. Destroy the supplies, get rid of the orc war chief in that camp, that'll set them back, at least. And then proceed on foot, really, to the Valen Forest. be like a day walk after that because it's so close to the border. And if any of the border guards give you shit, you can just show them any proof of you killing the orc leader. Tell them we sent you, and they'll probably guide you to the nearest camp out there. Is that all right?
That's well. With all due respect, it's really not, because you just said they're thinking of activating the last defense of the forest. If they do, and if that happens in the 7 days we're traveling there, we're gonna get there to a big pile of nothing, and there's no way for us to know or for them to tell us.
I'm gonna send you there to help them deal with that problem. I'm gonna send messages to the elders to let them know that you are doing this. So hopefully that'll be enough motivation for them to wait a little bit longer before activating this, you know?
So it takes us 7 days. What if the orc attacks in 3 days, and then because we told them to wait, then the forest is overrun, and they could have just teleported away, and then they're waiting because of us? There's too many variables. This is not good. And I start like hyperventilating a little bit.
I understand, but there's nothing else we can do. They are refusing us access through the teleportation circle. They're being stubborn. There's specifically one elder who's really ruining it for the rest of them, to be fair. Being a bit of a twat.
My eyes narrow when you say that. And I swear in halfling under my breath. Basically, it's like, fucking, god damn it, her again. Could you, who are you in contact with there? Could you get word to someone named Tyrael? Because she could do the thing that the elders do where they walk through trees, and she just needs to come meet us somewhere where there's a tree, and you can teleport us to her, and then she can teleport us in there.
There was a lot of fast talking. Could you slow it down a bit and run that by me again?
There is an elf named Tyrael, who is a very powerful druid. I believe if the one who's being has a stick up her butt and giving you the problems is the one I think it is, then Tyrael is her sister, and she's pretty powerful. And she can do this thing where she can literally use a tree and turn it basically into a teleportation circle and go anywhere, as long as she knows the tree she's going to. So if we can get a letter to her or talk to her and tell her to meet us at a certain tree, she can come get us and she'll help, because she's not an idiot and much nicer than her sister.
Alright, person I've mainly been in talks with is Nalani, the elder of the Tahanu clan.
Oh, well, that's less helpful.
I mean, Nakayasha is the one being the twat, your elder to be specific.
I figured.
I understand your concerns for your home. But in order for me to get the message out there and get a hold of the right people, that could easily be days more, and by that time, I understand your concern. I do, Trin. I really do. But with this plan of approach, you both get to deal with what you go into your forest to deal with, and also give them a little more time to prepare for a potential war with the orcs by taking out the war camp that's closest to them, setting them back a lot, because they've been seen gathering their supplies and rallying troops for months now. So at least you'll give your clan, the other clans, some more time to prepare, because as you might know, this emergency protocol, if you will, is not an easy one to complete. I understand your concerns, and I hear you, but I think this is the only chance we have. Because in order to get a hold of this, forgot her name already, that you speak of, I can only send messages to people that I've had encounters with before. And if I were to do it through any sort of bird or priority mail, whatever, chances of that being intercepted while it's being transported through or over the Burning Scar is very likely, because the orcs keep a tight squeeze on the place. The birds you've used to carry messages along to me, it's not a teleport, for instance. It is merely a bird that is a little more well hidden and can travel faster. It can still very much be shot out of the sky. It can teleport itself short distances at a time, but it's not like a...
There aren't people that can just magically do the message in people's heads. They've done it to us before.
In order for me to send a message in someone's head that far away requires me to have seen them before at least, and I have not.
Okay.
I'm sorry, and I get you worried for your home, your friends, your family. But this way, you not only save them from the troubles within the forest, being this cultist, but also from the looming threat that comes from the Burning Scar. Give them more time to build up defenses, so they might not even have to use this emergency protocol. Because we both know that if they use a protocol, they might never come back from where they go. They might reside in the Feywild forever if they do, and that is something would be less than ideal.
Yeah.
I've already inquired the Empress for help, and if you go there, do this deed, then talk to the Council of Elders there, and convince them to allow the Empress to send in troops from the Flatlands to help defend the place. I think they stand a good chance against the orcs.
Okay.
After all, the orcs are big, brutish, not very smart. Right, you talk to your ship crew. Are they going to be around for a little while to carry you to, to the orc camp and back, I suppose? Or like, I think it might be smart for them to turn back once they've dropped you off there, and will, you can come back through this whole, like, tree thing that Trim describes, because that seemed pretty instant. But the way there is a little, complicated right now, with a lot of tensions between the elders of the camps, and also, threats of war is never fun. So, if you have your crew still around that could, guide you there, fly a ship for you, the cloaking crystal should make it harder for any orc scouts or people looking in the sky to spot you. Should be a relatively easy flight.
Yeah, they're ready to go whenever.
Good. Nicole.
What?
Your cousin. Yeah? He's gonna be around for a little while longer. A few years ago, when he graduated from the academy, we offered him a job as an archmage because he's extremely talented, especially for the little experience he has. He's extremely talented. So he'll be around the sanctuary, and I figured, you thinking, family's been dead for so long, might be nice to have someone around again. If I would have known that the two of you were related, we never got a last name, I would have informed you, but that was news to us as much as it was to you.
No, it's alright. I don't hold a grudge on that. Just treat him right. Don't make my failings his failings.
That won't be a problem.
Good.
If you would all want to leave the room and I have a little chat with Naronk and Nicole, please.
I will leave.
Unless there's anything else that you guys want to ask before Or like with this about this topic specifically before we move on?
Oh, I think we're done here.
All right. Close the door behind you, please. And he goes to sit down at his desk and looks at you two, Narank and Nicole, to like take a seat.
I'll sheepishly take a seat.
Same.
Right.
Like a fucking schoolboy being told by the head teacher.
I'm not gonna yell at you, because that has no effect on you lot. I hope you understand. I hope I don't have to. I have to explain to you why what you did was wrong, illegal, stupid, and dangerous. I trust you understand that yourselves, right?
I'm well aware.
Good. Not as stupid as I thought you were then. Instead, I'm gonna tell you a little story, yeah?
Alright then.
It's about two golden dragonborn. Grew up together in a loving family. And then, the oldest of the two brothers had a taste for adventure. Traveled the world. Kind of like you guys do, right? Fought bad people. And then one day, you get a letter that he'll be home soon for the holidays. Gather with his family. And then the day comes and he doesn't show up. The gold dragonborn you found in that tomb is my brother. That's why I take this threat personal. So I'll not have the people I'm working with to get rid of these assholes be a bunch of childish pricks. This is also why I haven't decided to step away from this project. I'm seeing this through. Because this is as personal for me as it is for you. What's it, you, Nicole? We'll continue to work together as if nothing ever happened. But once this thing is done, taking a leave of absence, fuck knows how long. This is going to be the last thing I do for my retiring from being an Archmage. And I'd like for you two to no longer act the way you have. I'll let you stay in this place until your guild hall is built. You know, you have all the liberties you had before. All I ask is cooperation and some respect.
My condolences for your loss, as you're well aware. It's one I know all too well. I'll have cooperation, but that respect goes both ways, alright? We're not your pawns anymore. You're your partners.
You're not. That's how you started up. And I considered you my partners, but then...
Just because I respect you doesn't mean I don't like you.
That goes both ways as well. I considered you my partners, and then you pulled that.
You didn't behave like it, though, did you?
Hmm?
But you didn't behave like it. But I'll put it past us. That was our past. Now let's go fucking kill some cultists, to be honest with you. Because I'm fucking sick of these bastards.
Mm-hmm. You got nothing to say? Nothing witty? Looks at you, Narong.
I got plenty of witty things to say, just not to you.
Good. And he gets up and he leaves his office, opens the door, motions you to get out.
I'll get out.
I'll walk as well.
Alright. Your friends are still gathered in like the main hall of the place.
Alright. So I suggest we head out tomorrow. I can get the airship crew to start getting things ready.
Can,
and I need
can
to take care of
do
this.
they need the whole
situation.
day?
I think he's probably a bit more figurative. I don't know how long Noronk has his other business to deal with first.
Yeah.
We still have to deal with
So-
Elevantia.
So we'll
Oh,
see.
right.
We'll see how long that is, but hopefully we'll get out tonight. Maybe we can always sleep
We'll be
on
gone
the
by
ship.
tomorrow for sure.
Yeah,
regardless of what
tomorrow
happens.
latest. But we can always leave in the middle of the night. That could be fine.
It's true. Under the cover night might be better even.
Exactly.
All right. Nicole, I'm gonna need you to help me out. Can't carry that fuck all box by myself.
That's true.
But that should get us Elevantir back. I had to talk with Fairworks last night. And we came to an arrangement.
God.
We walk in, get in the box, and we walk out with Elevantir.
This is a really bad idea.
Not to be too judgmental or anything, but I do believe you did make a deal to a demon that involved all of us in the hell without asking any of us. So a kind of
It wasn't for all of us.
This
It was
way.
just for me. It was fine. I only made it for myself.
Chatting trims.
Regardless, it's not our decision to make.
It also didn't involve handing over an artifact of the Suntree, but whatever.
Again,
I'm not
it's,
handing it over, so it don't matter.
it's not our decision,
Okay.
it's the wrongs.
All right, Nicole, off to the arts and crafts store.
All right then. Nicole just looks fucking confused when he says that. Like, Artica's like, fuck is that? What? He's just like,
Okay.
lead
I'll
on.
look for a store with paint.
Okay. Best chance of finding, paint or supplies like that will probably be in the bazaar. Like one of the stalls will probably be selling.
It's like
you
a
know.
general store or something like that.
Not necessarily a general store, but just like the
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll head to the bazaar then.
Oh, fucking just follow along. Just no matter what, I'm just gonna be following Noronk. Just gonna...
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing while Naronk and Nicole are off on their little side adventure? All right.
Cool.
I guess if we have nothing to do, then I guess we head to the Hog's Belly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the Hog's Belly and like probably just sit down and have a conversation with my parents. Just yeah.
Okay.
Because the
Chilling.
airship's being readied, right? So...
No, I mean you haven't told the crew yet that you're leaving. But
Oh, I thought.
no.
Not yet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go do that then. I thought
Okay.
Tiburon had made arrangements.
No. He asked you to do that.
Let's be on the airship.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by other things you said.
Ah, you're good.
Fair enough. Yeah, so
I'm
you
gonna
guys
go
all go to the
find the
tavern and deal with that. I mean, the crew of the airship is in the tavern, so those are the people
Oh
you want to
yeah,
talk
they
to.
are. You said earlier.
So you
Then
guys
I'll
all
go
make
find
your
it.
way to the tavern and get that dealt with and kind of spend the time you spend there while Naronk and Nicole are off on this little bit. You get to the bazaar, Naronk, Nicole, and you do spot relatively quickly a little stall that's selling paper, something that kind of looks like crayons a little bit, paints, brushes, canvases, the whole nine.
All right. I want to go to the stand and get paints to paint my regular Bad News, just like the original Death Song before it changed, which I believe is white with gold trimming.
White, a little bit of gold trimming, and a lot of blues as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So I want to get like some white, blue, and gold paint.
Behind the stand stands a short but very stout-looking dwarf, wearing nothing on his head, so you can see that his hair, you know, like in the middle is starting to bald, but on the sides is still like very long and curly. Long beard, kind of like tied into one large braid. Wearing very fine-looking cloth shirts and pants and some open-toe sandals. Right. Interested in some paint supplies? There's not a lot of people around here that care for art, really.
I'm just looking for some white, gold, and some blue paint.
Alright, that's oddly specific, but I'll have that for you. Do you also need some brushes or canvas, maybe?
Just like one not too big of a brush, and then one like finer stylized brush.
Alright. How much paint would you need?
Maybe like a pint of the white paint, and like a little smaller, and then maybe like a pint of the blue, and then a small little, I don't know, maybe like 8 fluid ounces of gold paint, maybe.
No idea what fluid ounces are, but a little bit of gold. Gotcha. And he goes to like these large containers and kind of scoops up and fills these individual containers for you. Right, that'll be your paint, some brushes. That'll run you for all of this, gold piece.
All right, I'll toss them too. Say appreciate you helping me out.
No problem. And if you have any friends that care for painting and such, you know where to find me.
Do have one friend very interested in the arts. I will let her know.
All right.
And then as we walk back, sit in the cool. We need to talk.
All right. What do we talk about?
Well, there's 2 things.
All right.
For one, I've been having some dreams and visions.
Like, how, like, Tramaris crazy, like, dreams, visions, or, like, me kind of, like, just a casual little chat, or, like, what?
Probably a little less so than yours, even.
So, like, just a casual little, where I was going.
Yeah, kind of. Do you know who the Archfey is?
Do I know who the Archfey is?
It's not the Archfey.
Oh, okay,
She's
but like
an Archfey.
An Archfey.
Do you know what Archfey are?
Roll an intelligence check.
Intelligence check, alright.
Yeah.
12.
You know that Fey creatures typically reside in the Fey wild. That's the connection you first like. And you also realize that, you know, Narong has been pushing to go to the Fey wild a lot recently, so this kind of makes sense.
Alright.
But that's really, you're not really sure what, like, specifics
I've
of an
connected
Archfey.
some dots.
But you've
like,
connected some dots, yeah.
I mean, I don't know specifically, like, what an Archfey is, but I mean, like, makes sense. I've been wanting to go to the Feywild, like, really, like, a lot recently, so, you know, it's got Fey in its fucking name, and...
Ever since fight with the Elder God, I've been searching for something.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that this Archfey wants to help. I'm not sure exactly what she wants or what it might entail, but I'm supposed to find them when we make it to the Feywild next.
Her.
But like, you know, find them.
Find them.
You know.
Find them.
Find them.
Fuck
find
you.
Oh, find them.
And have a more in-depth conversation.
Is it like an item you're looking for? Or is it like a person, or
I think
not
it's
said?
more of a monster or monsters, potentially.
Oh, like to kill them or to like speak with? Like, what we talk? We don't
Not
know.
sure.
They've just kind of said. Right.
All I know is that I'm supposed to meet up with them. And the connection's been stronger ever since Ectonus gave me the ring.
Did I know Octanus gave him a ring?
I mean, you would know of the ring.
I think it's been publicly discussed that this ring can help
Okay.
people find portals to the Feywild. I'm pretty sure that's been a publicly discussed thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's like connected to the Feywild or whatever in it. Like it makes like locates portals, right? It fucking glows a bit.
Yeah.
Year 1 or something.
Which your ring,
Well-
by the way, is glowing vibrantly.
Do I know? Do I see this ring fucking?
You can see
Glowing.
it's glowing, like unless because it's on your finger, on his finger.
Yeah, I'm
so
not trying to hide it.
yeah, you can see it's glowing, but it's been glowing vibrantly ever since you entered the city, pretty much.
I think it means there's a portal to Feywild near, right? And I'm not saying
I
we
think
need
so.
to go now, because obviously we need to deal with this horror stuff. But I think soon we need to make a trip over there.
I mean, it was always on my list because something else came up. I was gonna say after this Vaden Forest stuff, I was gonna suggest maybe finally appeasing you and going to the Feywild. As much as you're a pain in the ass about it,
Trade one
You've been
forest for the
helpful.
other.
Yeah. you have been helpful when it's
Mine's better.
yeah, the Vaden Forest. Yeah. You've been helpful and do what you want to.
There's something else we need to talk about though.
All
Something
right.
that I'm not sure if you noticed.
Okay.
but every time, and it's I'm not sure what it is exactly, but I don't feel anything for when people are like, oh shit, this happened in my past. Like I don't feel any remorse. I don't feel bad for doing what we did to Tiburon. I don't feel bad for anything that we might have screwed up at all, or anything that I may have screwed up previously.
Did you used to care about that, or has
I
it
think
been
so.
like
It's
You don't
kinda
remember.
hard to remember.
when does it all? I feel like a therapist now. When does it all start?
Sometime around being resurrected, I think.
I mean, you did have your soul connected to that crown. I don't know if that does. I'll be honest, you probably picked one of the worst people to talk about. So I don't really know magic stuff. Like, it's not my. I hit shit, and like I get it. Like I know of it, but like I don't understand it as well as some other people would. But like,
You're also the
I-
only one I really trust.
thanks. But probably need to have up to you, of course, a little more of a group meeting about it. But like, if what they said true was about the crown, and like your soul was part of it, you might have like lost part of your soul. Who knows what that do to a man?
That's true. I honestly have no clue.
Make a perception
Way out
check,
of my
Narong.
hands.
I'm now scared.
Natural 20.
Hey,
This is the first one this session, I think.
I know, dude. Let's go.
You feel a warmth come over you. It's almost as if someone is giving you like a hug from behind. It feels very warm and comfortable as you talk about this subject. Nicole, roll a perception check as well.
Okay. Oh my god. Perception. 13.
You can, for a second, you think you see a shape kind of giving Narong a hug from behind. Feminine, but you blink and it's gone.
Yeah. I do that thing where like, so you look and you just go like, fucking what? I mean, you know, if you just pretend to care, kind of look, gauge everyone's reaction, just kind of, you know, if it's a bit sad, feel a bit sad, isn't it? You know, just go, oh no, feel sorry for you. We won't know any better. I mean, I fucking will, but
That's true.
does explain why I've been a bit more of an insufferable bellend recently, but I'll let you pass.
Got him.
Especially at times of it's been a bit emotional in this group. Like, Tar's got a parent. I kind of got revenge. I'm not gonna lie, you're wrong. I hate to fucking say you were right, but I got my revenge now. But I don't really, feel great. I thought I'd feel like heroic and like amazing. I just kind of feel a bit empty.
Bell's cam disappeared again.
As like Tannis went to the void.
The fuck? That's
I
it.
was like,
I'm writing a new story arc for Arctanus.
I remember the void is back.
Yeah, the void is back, guys.
He's just had a heart
damn it.
attack.
The fuck?
Wait, who's
Arctanus
that?
just dropped dead.
Wait, the void has a voice.
I hear a
Oh
voice
my
in the void.
God.
Right. Anyway.
You said that revenge is always the answer. I thought it was, but it's a bit of a hollow victory. It feels. I don't know if it's just not hit me yet.
Excuse me.
Welcome to trying to right all your wrongs and finding out it's still wrong.
It's a bit of a shit club, to be honest.
I'm the king of them.
Nicole like mockingly bow, just like. Right, so let's get to this fucking crate then, I suppose.
Yeah,
There's
let's
some more things. Yeah, it's just, right. Anyway. Ooh.
And as we go, I want to try and see if anyone's particularly paying a lot of attention to us.
Roll perception check.
Oh, natural 20. 19.
You look around, and you do see some shapes on the rooftops nearby you. That's really all you see. You're not sure if they're looking in your direction or what they're doing, but you see people on top of a roof, and that strikes you as odd.
Hey, Nicole. You're muted, by the way.
Yeah.
Fucking Quake.
I think we're being followed.
Whereabouts? Like.
Don't look, but I saw some shapes on the rooftop. Right.
All right.
And I'm pretty sure it's the order. So, just stay on your toes.
Will do.
I'll keep heading back to the tavern.
Okay.
Keep heading back to Devon.
So you guys head back to the tavern. The rest of your party is there. Are you just gonna paint the gun there? Gonna whip out your old bad
Not in
news
the open.
and-
I'm gonna go to the room,
Okay.
like shatter the fucking shutter the windows.
Shatter the windows. Fucking.
As we enter the tavern, I'd like to look back and see if I can see people on rooftops.
Roll perception check.
At 20, come on.
10. Fucking
Face.
went to 20, just rolled to fucking 6. Like, just like.
Nah,
yeah.
you're not sure. You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I just walk in. It was a quick glance, just being like, and then.
Right.
I just wait. I'll wait downstairs.
Okay.
With the rest.
And I'll just try to paint that song to the best of my ability.
Roll performance check with advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah, you know exactly. You know you've been around Death Song enough
It's
to
a straight
know.
D20 roll, so it won't be great. 15.
Okay, so you
Thank God for
paint
advantage.
the normal bad news rifle that you still had. It's all right. You know.
And then I will, once it's dry, put it in the case and shut and lock the case.
Okay.
And then, hey, Nicole, I think we're ready to take the box.
All right then, and I'll head upstairs and fucking help him with this big old box.
Big old box. Okay. So you two take your leave again and just head out.
Actually, before we do,
Mm-hmm.
Nicole, do you have your hat disguise still?
I mean, yeah, obviously, I've not moved anywhere,
Could I borrow it?
and I'll take out my bag. Yeah, that's how it would have been, and then pass it to him.
And I want to use it to make me but make my cloak larger and hide the actual death song that's actually a song over my back, since I can't put it in the bag of holding.
Okay. Sounds good.
Like he doesn't trust anyone else with.
It's more like I think we might need it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the problem.
That's fair. You do that.
As we're kind of leaving, I'm like, if anything goes wrong, he probably try and tell you where we are.
Actually, I don't know if the hack size can do that. Can it change the look of the gun per se?
No.
No, it's just
okay.
you.
But it's
That's
not.
what I
It's
thought.
not.
Okay,
It's not
never
part
mind.
of your.
So
It's
then-
not part of your outfit.
Yeah, that's what I figured, but worth asking.
Mm-hmm.
And then to the group, I'll say we'll be back. Shouldn't take us more than an hour or so.
Don't fucking die.
I'll make sure we won't.
Shit.
We'll head out to
Okay.
the Warlord's respite. What are we
Yeah.
calling it?
And you bringing Nicole with you?
Yeah,
Nichols.
I'm gonna have to. He has to fucking carry the box with me.
Bold strategy, Cotton. All right. So you make it to the Wardle's Respite. You walk inside, and immediately you get a nod from the barkeep. He opens the kitchen door for you, and you walk in. Eyes Nicole up and down. Yeah. You allowed to pass?
Yeah,
Roll,
he's
dece-
trying to go down here.
roll deception check.
I actually have points in deception. Thank God.
Don't fuck this up.
That's a 22.
Probably.
Right. Carry on then.
I would like to commit to memory from basically as best as one can what this room we're in currently now looks like,
Yeah.
and roughly how far away it will be when we're traveling.
Alright. You go down the ladder, kind of like, like Ron goes down,
Yeah.
has one, like, rests the case on his shoulder,
It's
climbs
really
down,
awkward.
and you
Yeah.
it's
I'm just holding it top whilst I wait for him to get down
Yeah,
the corner
yeah,
on
yeah.
my straight. So
Exactly.
Like, down, you got it. You got.
you walk in, and this ogre individual immediately. Boy, who's that guy?
Yeah, who is he?
He's helping me carry the damn box, unless you want to do it.
Weak looking elf.
So puny and weak. Go see Fairwix now. He's waiting.
Yeah, hurry up.
How much room is there between like them and like the walls, or is like pretty open?
It's fairly open space, this room.
Okay, never mind then. I'll just go over towards Fairwix's office.
I'll continue holding this box until I'm fucking told to let go of it.
You make your way down the tunnel, eventually find the office. You struggle a bit with like turning the box into the room because it's a pretty narrow hallway. And you're like,
Yeah.
Back.
It's like with the couch, you're trying to get through a door frame.
yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
Pivot,
But eventually,
No, pivot the other way.
To you, to me, to you.
To me, to you.
eventually you figure it out. Put it on Ferrix's table. He looks at you. It's not so smart bringing outsiders in, but I don't give a fuck anymore, to be honest. Right, so the gun's in here.
Yep.
And Nicole, you now see as well, in the corners, bound to a chair, a pretty beat up looking Levantir. You right, Nicole?
All right.
And kind of nods at you with his like hands bound behind his back. Ferrix, you see Ferrix open the box, facing towards him, closes it. Right, it's looking good. Man of my word. He snaps his fingers, and one of his henchmen immediately cuts loose a Levantir. Both of you. You are hereby no longer members of the Order of the Obscure. Get out of here. Never return. He motions you to get out.
I'll
Elevanter kind of mutters. Don't have to tell me twice.
kind of like help him up and help him out.
All right. So you all take your leave.
Yep.
You still got like the stink eye of the two like ogre heads on the same body, just kind of like stare you down as you leave through the same exit again. But you all leave, and seems good. Hey, Naronk.
Yeah.
You don't happen to be traveling somewhere very far away for a little while, right? Because I don't really want to stick around the city.
We will be traveling very far away. We're actually headed towards the after we're out of the tavern, of course.
If you and the rest of your friends would have me, most of them are aware of my abilities to help. If I could tag along, that'd be greatly appreciated.
We'd be happy to have you.
Yeah, we'd love to have you around, Elevanter.
I like you too, Nicole.
Mainly because you deal with that one. I'll point to Naronk.
You've known him as long as I have. You get used to it. Grows on you a little bit.
Yeah, you could say that.
As I walk back, I kind of want to keep an eye out for anyone tailing us again.
Roll perception check.
22.
See nothing. Seems that Fairwix has kept his word so far.
All right. Well, looks like we're gonna need another room at the end then.
Well, I mean,
At least for the night. Or
we just go.
it's probably like
What time of day is it?
Yeah, what time? I was about to ask.
It's like just past noon. It's still pretty early in the day.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's wild.
All right. Well, I guess as soon as the airship's ready, then we can head on out of this place.
That's your airship over there? And he like points over
Hell
the
yeah,
rooftops to like the city wall.
Or the group you think is ballsy enough to take one.
Huh. Man. Alright. Like he approves. Pretty much. Alright. So you guys make it to the inn, the rest of the group's there. Elevanter kind of nods at everyone. Walks up to Trim and Quinn. You're right. Name's Levantir. I've traveled with, your group every once in a while. I've helped him out. Figured I'd, introduce myself before I join you at the table and have a little drink with you and all that. You can tell he looks pretty beat up. Like one black eye, some cuts on his face. He's looking pretty beat up.
I'll go to shake his hand. Say, hi, my name's Trim Strongheart.
I do.
And if
Trim?
he shakes my hand, I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. Yeah, he shakes your hand. How much does he heal for?
Hold on, I had to choose what level to cast it at.
That's a shitty thing about Elevantir. I don't have a D&D Beyond sheet for him because he's a gunslinger, which is really annoying. So I can't just boop. I have to actually track it.
I am going to cast it at. Let's cast it at 2nd level for now. So he heals for one of those D8s wasn't decent. And so he heals for 17 hit points.
It's not bad. Appreciate it. And he walks up to Quinn and goes to shake Quinn's hand. What's your name, big guy?
My name is Quinn. I'm here, fucktard.
I know.
Yikes.
Alright. Quinn, nice to meet you.
Fantastic.
And he goes to sit down at a table, and that's that, really. He just kind of sits there.
I'm going.
He's had a rough day. He's had a rough few days. Yeah, you get him the ale. He thanks you. You been alright, Aberan?
Same old, same old. I figured you could use a drink. You look like shit, mate.
Yeah, I've had a pretty shit last week or so.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Hey, that seems to be over now. I asked Neronk and Nicole on the way here, but if you guys are going somewhere very far away from this city, I'd like to tag along. You've seen me, you know, in action before. I can carry my weight around. If you all don't mind, of course.
I've got no qualms with it. I enjoy the company.
Just you know, talk it over with the rest of them. I know there's 2 of them that I haven't met before today, so you know, only when all of y'all are okay with it. I don't want to intrude.
I mean, Arctanos will say yes.
Oh, I know.
It's you. I don't see Quinn or Trim having any problem with it. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just, you know, like I'm not a part of your little like family you got going on here, so I don't want to intrude. You know.
no,
But yeah, if you have room on that airship of yours and wherever the fuck you're going,
you're a
I could use
cousin of a cousin sort of thing.
takes a sip of his ale. Yeah, well, just you know, talk it over, and I'll be here. So.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Right. At this point, one of the crew members from the airship comes walking into the inn, walks up to you as a group. Right. I was sent down here by you know, captain, that everything on the ship's ready to go. We've had all of our shit stored in there. You know, it's being guarded by, you know, city guards, so we weren't really worried about anything being nicked off it. So we're good to go whenever you are.
All right. Y'all ready?
Yes, yes.
All right.
Yeah,
well, you know where it
so.
is. Just walk out to the southern gate, and we'll fly the ash above the wall, and we'll you know, we'll throw a rope ladder down. We'll fly low so you guys can climb up, and we'll be good to go.
I get up and start walking.
Guess we're following Trim.
Following Trim.
I'm just gonna, you know, say goodbye to my parents and give them the portrait of Strahd to hang up in my room when it's built with the tapestry.
What a weirdo.
Wait, poster up, Mom.
Does this mean Arctanis is basically like all those girls who had posters of Edward Cullen in their bedrooms?
Yeah.
Like, when
Yes.
Are you,
That
are
is
you joining
exactly
that?
what
I
she is
just got
now.
I just got tapestry of like dragons and shit, and then, like the first vampire.
They look
oh
at
my
you
God.
and look at the painting. Have any idea who this man is? Because I don't know. What does he
not
to
really.
you?
It just looks pretty cool.
He's a really hot guy. So.
All right.
Has a crush.
We'll keep it up in our room for now, I suppose. You be safe,
you.
Sir Rufus. And they both hug you. Dad gives you a kiss on the forehead. And Elevantir kind of like looks at you all leave and is like, right, I guess I'm coming too. And he gets up and you all make your way to the southern gate of the city. Elevantir walks up to Quinn and Trim specifically. Hey, I already asked the rest of you guys, but you guys are going somewhere very fuck off far away, and I needed to, you know, get out of the city for a while. The rest of the group can vouch for me. I've helped them out of a pickle before. If you'd have me, I'd like to tag along if that's all right.
Sure. If you're willing to help, it might get a bit sticky situations where we're going.
Been in many sticky situations before, little lady. We'll be all right.
I just kind of like I squint and glower a little bit at the little lady comment, but don't say anything.
Do I
knew
notice
she does
this?
that.
You alright with me joining, big guy? Looks at you, Quinn.
That's fine by me.
Alright, sounds good. You all get to the airship, board, and you can see now where the one like big purple crystal is at the front of the ship that keeps it all afloat and that you know makes it able to fly. There is a smaller crystal kind of attached to it, like bound by chains, smaller, almost colorless crystal. You figure that's the cloaking crystal that Tiburon mentioned. As you all climb up on the ship, the captain of this crew walks up to you guys. Right. So apparently, we've gotten a little upgrade on this thing. We've been explained how to work this thing, but I don't think it actually cloaks the people on the ship. So once it's time to activate it, might want to spend as much time inside of the ship, like in the deck, as possible. Not really hang out on top, because you'll just look like floating people on nothing. But it will help us not get shot out of the air by orcish catapults. So that's nice.
All right. Appreciate you letting us know.
And as you all are on the airship and you fly off due east, that's gonna be where we ended for today, and we'll pick this up next week.
What a nice session.
Yeah, not as fucking intense as the last few, because the last few have been...
We needed a fucking chill one, man.
Yeah, the last few have been... I mean, plus, a lot of, there were some issues that had to be talked out, and they have now, so that's good.
Fucking Tiburon, that's not the point.
Gave you a little bit of more information about Tiburon's character and why he's doing what he's doing,
Nah, I think some snarky stuff to Tiburon, but I was like, nah, I'm good. We're trying to make
something the whole time. I was like,
yeah, but at that point, you're just being a knobhead, and you don't want to work with him anymore. So
exactly. That's what I was like.
That's not even character. That's just Soko and Koiba being like, wah.
It's just like we don't like Tiburon very much. But that's why I didn't fucking say it. Cause
all right. Thanks for hanging out. We'll wait for Gypsy to come back before we properly say goodbye. Gypsy just comes back and he's like, imagine
he comes back and we're gone, and
he just walked off cam, stripped and broke his neck, and he's never coming back.
Yeah, it was tell you to grab something in a grocery store, and then they are not where they were, and then you're running around as a little kid trying to find them.
And they're not in any nearby aisles ever. They're fucking 7 hours the other way.
They're across the store. And
you're you come back and they're gone, and you're like, guess I'm an orphan now.
Yeah.
I've got two things to say. One,
yes.
Sorry for being so distracted.
All good, man.
I've been caught up in the middle of a right fucking drama.
Oh boy, that's all good, man.
In case anyone hasn't seen the, Discord.
I haven't, no.
Oh, yeah. Been caught up in the right drama.
Okay.
And the other thing was I had an idea of what I could do for the charity stream, and I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts.
Do tell.
The Dragon Kids.
Yeah, so last time I played through 3 games over the course of one stream, and all emotional. Well, I found 3 games that are all about coping with losing someone. Right?
Yeah.
Dragon Cancer, which is a game about a 4-year-old boy with cancer.
Shit.
Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, a game about true brothers trying to find a cure for their illness.
I have that game. I have not played it yet, but I have it.
It's really good. It's
and
really
then
good.
Last Day of June, which is a game about a couple where
yeah, that one's on my wish list. I have a few friends that played it and said it was really good.
And so they're all emotional games about coping with loss and stuff like that, and they're all only about 3 hours long, so I can easily play through all 3 in one stream again.
Also, the other one, if say for some reason you blow through all those and still want to stream, it's a bit not quite as heavy emotion, but still I think fits in that same vein. The game Firewatch, because the first 5 minutes of that game, sobbing for me. Well, I didn't play it, I watched someone play it, and it's basically like the movie Up, how the first 10 minutes just whole emotional storyline in a few minutes, and you're just like, oh, okay, cool. And then the rest of the game is that storyline and coping with that situation informs all the stuff that you do in the rest of the game, even though it's not about that situation. So if you say only take 1 to 2 hours to do all 3 of those other games, and you're like, I still want to keep going. Highly recommend. And it's a really beautiful game to watch and look at too. So I think it's a great game to stream because it's good.
So, what do you guys think of that choice of 3 games?
Yeah, that sounds good, man. Hell yeah.
Sounds solid, dude.
Heck yeah, brother.
So yeah,
Alright.
I'll post like an announcement in my Discord and stuff, and if you guys can spread it around.
Yeah, I'll
I mean, if
I'll
you want to
do.
put it in the level select promotion.
Yeah, feel free to put it in the level
Yeah.
select promotional tab as well, dude.
I need to make like a little graphic for it first, like I did last time.
Hell yeah, sounds good. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll pick this up next week as our party of adventurers and Elevantir make their way towards, the Valen Forest. A little pit stop in an orc camp first, but after that, smooth sailing.
Orc.
We'll see you guys next week. We won't have Laura there, unfortunately, but she's busy. She's making money while we're out here being nerds. So
I mean, I'd rather be here than at the thing I'm going to be at, but
hey, man.
Do we need her for the session, or?
No, I purposely added a little thing in that you can do next week.
this is why we aren't teleporting right to the forest.
This is literally why
Pretty
we're not
much.
Why
teleporting
we're
to the
going to
forest.
fight the orcs.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Wait,
I
we're just-
just wanted to make sure because I was like,
Yeah.
I,
And,
if we have to take a
knew-
week, it's fine. But
Yeah, and I knew that even though, but Trim does it. And Trim's
Yeah,
the whole
exactly.
thing has been she's basically having a panic attack while getting back. So she kind of
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had to, even though I
Nah.
know why Dutch is doing it. I
Yeah,
had to do
exactly.
that, so.
I fucking love sassy Trim, by the way.
Sassy Trim is
too.
great, dude.
Oh,
Fucking
she's
love
I
it.
incredible.
fucking love her so much.
It comes and goes.
But yeah, so we'll be here next week. We'll also announce what we're gonna do to celebrate 1 year. I'm thinking just a big dungeon discourse with everyone there to just talk about Dungeon Select and the past year, for like an hour and a half. I think that'll be a fun idea. But yeah, more details about that will be announced during next week's Dungeon Select. So see you then. If not, I'll see you tomorrow for the conclusion of Gears of War 5, because that's the thing.
Who are we hosting?
We're going to be hosting up someone. I'm going to open up my following tab
I
right
think
now.
the only level select person I noticed is live is
Emporium
Craven.
of Wonder, by the way, thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate it, man. Man or man, I don't know. I've not had the pleasure, so
He is a lovely, lovely man.
they.
Who also works
Who's live then? Yeah, Craven is live. I mean, yeah, you want to just toss it over to Craven while he's playing
Sounds
Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire? Amazing fucking series of games,
Yeah,
by
man.
the way.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys either tomorrow, somewhere this week, or next week. Whether you're only here for Dungeon Select or you're here for anything else. Go follow all these lovely people as well. They also all stream. Make sure that you check them out because they're equally as great, if not greater, than me. And yeah, see you guys next time.
What's that?
Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.